Ever feel like you're doing everything right, working out, eating clean, but still dealing with bloat, cravings, or low energy? Bone broth was a game changer for us. It's packed with protein and collagen, which helps keep us full, supports digestion, and gives us steady energy. And it's easy. 2 minutes in the microwave and we're ready to go. Most health foods leave you crashing, craving more, or just feeling unsatisfied. Kettle and Fire is different. It's real nourishment you can actually feel. Warm, grounding, and clean. No sugar crashes, no processed junk, just real food your body recognizes with comfort you can taste in every sip. Every single time I go to the grocery store, I always go down the aisle with the bone broth, and I'm always grabbing the Kettle and Fire classic beef or the reduced sodium classic chicken bone broth. I am using them multiple times a week, whether it's for Nick and I, or more importantly, for River. She loves mac and cheese, but obviously it doesn't have the protein that I'm hoping that my child is eating. And so every single time I make mac and cheese, I'm cooking it with Kettle and Fire bone broth. And I have peace of mind knowing that she is getting the protein that she needs.
So many great recipes require bone broth for its ingredient, and Kettle and Fire is a staple in our household. Also, it makes an amazing snack. Snacking is like, for anyone on their health kick, which I've been on in the entire 2025, snacking really makes it sometimes more difficult to stay healthy. There's so many like unhealthy snacks out there, but bone broth is always there. You can bring it with you to work. It's easy to heat up. It's so delicious. It tastes great, and it curbs those cravings during the day without the crash to avoid some of those unhealthy snack options.
Made with 100% grass-fed and finished beef bones or organic free-range chicken bones. No additives, no preservatives, no weird stuff. Just clean, real ingredients with up to 19 grams of protein per serving. It keeps you full between meals and can help curb craving. So if you want to see a difference in your routine or just give your children a little bit more protein, head to Kettle and Fire. For a limited time, you can get a free carton of Kettle and Fire bone broth by going to kettleandfire.com/VIALL. Just buy any 3 cartons in store and they'll pay you back for 1. This works on any flavor at any retailer. You can find Kettle and Fire in over 22,000 plus stores nationwide, including Costco, Walmart, Target, Publix, Whole Foods, Kroger, and Sprouts. That's KETTLE and fire.com/VIALL.
You're crazy.
What's going on, everybody?
I feel like you also were a little rasp.
Too much dairy in the morning.
Yeah.
Cow
Not
milk.
the sentence I like to hear.
Not a sentence.
I had a
Nick is feeling
cappuccino.
I'm
risky.
interested in.
Dairy
Well, I'm
in the
sorry. I'm
morning.
not a...
Non-dairy plant-based drinker.
Well, I don't have the stomach of a lady. You know, all you ladies are always like, dairy.
I will say
Wow.
dairy's coming back
No,
though.
not me. I
Have
love
you
a
guys
dare.
heard? Yeah, same.
My dairy
Dairy's coming back.
It's coming back. It's making a comeback.
Where did
Not
it go?
for me.
Almond milk took over,
I've
and
always gotten milk.
currently drinking macadamia.
You were never like on the trend. You just
Macadamia.
stayed true.
macadamia milk.
Oh my God, you've tried every nut.
Every kind of
out
pistachio.
there.
Did you know?
Wow.
That's crazy.
You could milk any kind of nut.
I
That sounded
honestly didn't.
didn't love that.
That
Good
was
morning.
great. No, you got like I don't even believe in the
You sure
non-dairy
can.
for the trend. I was just like, wow, this is how my stomach is supposed to feel. That's
Mm.
crazy. You know?
Well, I'm your host, Nick, joined by my wife, the spontaneous Natalie Joy.
Who doesn't
Ooh.
have IBS? In case anyone was curious.
Okay.
Rub it in.
Good for you.
You?
Oh, me? Do I have it? No, I don't have IBS either. I'm like a garbage disposal. This is Susie Evans, by the way.
Yeah, this is
yeah,
I'm Susie.
Susie Evans.
Yeah.
Sierra, Mary,
Hey.
Justin, Leia. Everybody's here.
Wow.
We got a full house.
Yeah, we also have a packed episode. Joe from Love is Blind.
My guy.
Boxer Joe.
Boxer.
Mustache Joe.
Mustache Joe.
The one all the
Mustache Joe.
ladies want, Joe.
The one who has a girlfriend is also doing podcasts.
Hey.
Can't wait to ask him about
Yeah.
that.
He is with us to round out our Love is Blind coverage following the finale. In case you missed it, we did have Sparkle Megan and Jordan in studio together to talk about their experience on Love is Blind, their breakup, their fallout, you know, Megan being a mother, all that fun stuff. We also created some internet waves because they flew in to do the interview, and obviously there were some sightings.
Of them together.
I
Yeah.
love the drama.
Starting a little internet drama. Thank you
Are we
to
the drama?
us. Yeah.
Did I send the pops? Like, did I send them out and say, hey?
Go get him.
Yes, in the Denver airport. Also, in case you missed it, Shannon Bedore joined us on Tuesday's episode of Reality Recap, along with Allie and Anton from Love is Blind. So lots of Love is Blind coverage. Also, we had Shannon to talk about the finale, that messy, messy finale. You know, spoiler alert, in case you go back and listen to the full Jordan and Megan episode. But what I thought was really interesting, maybe that was out before, but they said that they were number 12 on their list. Like when they
On,
were
like, the
met in the
second
pause.
day. First day.
Whatever the fuck, doesn't matter.
That's
Which was
crazy,
it brought. We had a friend come over yesterday,
Oh.
and this friend was like, "I'm supposed to go on a date tonight," and it was, I guess it was the second date, and she was like, "I don't know, should I go? Should I not go?" He was fine, you know.
Fine.
I guess she had a good time. Apparently, his profession was like not glamorous.
It just wasn't like long-term career goals, you know?
There
It was
was,
just
you
like
know,
a job.
she
which
was
is totally
nitpicking
fine. She
here
was
and there,
nitpicking.
fine, as we all do.
Right.
But she was being intentional because she's like, I'm dating to marry. I'm not dating to date.
Right.
So she
Right.
was
Well, I
like,
don't know what that meant.
Okay.
You don't know what that means?
Well, no, I know what that means, but my point of bringing it up is like our friend used the I'm dating intentional to get married, and it was like, but like, what? Because you didn't like fall in love on the first date? Like you're like a little like, I can't
Yeah.
go on a second date. Well, here we had Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan, and I know they didn't end up together. And I'm curious what you guys think if you haven't listened to the episode, but for those who did, like, listen, they could have gotten together. I think they could have been happy together. I don't think maybe they were each other's person, but like there clearly was some compatibility there.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
they met in a weird situation, whatever. I think they're both going to be happy without each other. But like for them to come on the couch and have that episode, and there's clearly a mutual respect. I think they found like a real connection there.
Right.
And I just think it like they're proof that like we dating now is just like we go on one date, we're just like, I don't know,
You
didn't knock
check the
me off my
box.
feet. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, do I want to go on do I want to take the time to get to know this it's just like that. You're not gonna
You know what's crazy,
you're
Nick?
not gonna find your person that way.
I was like 20th on your list when we started talking.
there you go.
Mm.
was
You
gonna
know,
say,
she had to climb the charts.
Well, do you think that like the whole like buzzword conversation with non-negotiables has kind of gone like overboard because now we're like there's certain things that we won't negotiate on in relationships where
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like
we've all used like the internet has made us stupider, and like we're all using a bunch of words that don't really have it to mean. You know, like to your point, like everyone's dated a narcissistic, gaslighting ex these days.
Yes.
You know,
Mm.
just imagine. You know, for all the people who are out there being like, imagine what people are saying about you.
yeah,
Mm.
You know,
Don't
Asher
need to know
Daves.
that.
that brat ruined
Don't
my
need
life.
to know.
Someone has been like that, Mary,
Yeah.
gaslighter.
Probably.
Definitely,
I've
And you know what?
100%.
And you know what? That's not true.
They're also liars.
I think they're a liar.
But I thought Jordan and Megan reminded us that like we
Yeah.
gotta get to know people. You
Right.
have to like go on a few fucking dates. Like,
Unless
I agree.
having a boyfriend's uncool.
Right, let's talk about it.
Exactly. I've been seeing a lot about this article, the Vogue article. Having a boyfriend's kind of uncool, and it's honestly
written by
adding.
I
lonely.
was about to
women.
say, was it written by a woman single? Or
And for someone who hasn't seen this article, what do you mean? So I guess the essence of this article is basically that dating a man or marrying a man used to be like a symbol of like status and like you're I don't want to say elite, but like a woman that's desirable. And now like men are downgrading women's lives. And it's actually like people who are posting content with their boyfriend, they're like, oh, I get less engagement. And like people are like, don't get a boyfriend. Like you're too good for him. And like, I think that's kind of the essence of the article is that now women have like status on their own. And it's like, you don't need someone to, you know,
What that,
validate.
Well, this is
that
so-
makes me
it's-
so sad.
No, it's so interesting because I just clicked on the article and
Yeah.
the first like couple sentences is actually something that like Nick and I have talked about before. It says,
Ooh.
if someone so much as says my boyf on social media, they're muted. There's nothing I hate more than following someone for fun, only for their content to become my boyfriendified suddenly.
This makes me so
Interesting.
sad because this whole post is about status
I guess I don't know if it's
and your
about,
aesthetic and engagement.
yeah.
And it's
True.
like, okay, sure. Like, I don't think the boyfriends care
I think it's more
Right.
whether
like
you're helping them get more likes.
well, outside of that, I think what the core of this is just what are and this is obviously I think this article was very like general like to get engagement. I think it was very general. And I think this is a thing, but in a way more like smaller vacuum of just Nick, you love to call men losers, right?
I like to what?
You like to call men losers. There are losers out there. I think
There
it's
are
talking
losers.
Call men losers.
I think a lot of people are losers.
Yeah, I think
it's
this is
not
this-
exclusive to gen. It's not.
I think in this article's case, though, I think what the concept is like these really, really great women dating these guys and being okay with date, like these women being okay with dating losers.
Women sounds so aggressive.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, when
Who
like
is
your
defining-
girly.
Listen, it just to me it makes me sad for people because like I don't care who you it's you know like what again the premise of this article is about your status and fine, like I'm glad that like people are finding meaning in life outside of exclusively who their partners are. Whoever you want to be with, like our friend who came over, you know, she's like, I just want to be alone tonight and like watch a movie. It's like, great, but like you have the rest of your life to be alone. Oh, simultaneously, she's like,
Shit.
Simultaneously, she's like, all I want is to be a mom and to get married. And like, that's her journey. Like, that's not for everyone, but whether you want to get married or be a mom or date a tree, but like life is just better when you have someone to share it with, whether it's a friend or a relative or a partner. Like this fact that like people are selling a lie, which is like, all you need is like your status on Instagram or like you like that's a lonely feeling.
It's just kind of interesting that this article came out the same time that like the most recent episode of Real Housewives of Potomac came out, because it was kind of that I felt like that episode was kind of centered around Angel and how she like always talks about Bobby, her husband, and kind of ways that like whether like we want to get to know you, Angel, and not like always hear you talk about Bobby. Which
that's fine, but for the people who do like find joy and who like their life that they share it with, I don't think we have to like. I can listen. We all have had that friend, right, where they date someone new, and the next thing you know, it's just like we fucking get it. You're in love, like where they're projecting, and like like that is annoying. You know,
making
but like,
a boyfriend your personality.
Honestly,
sure. I think that's what it is.
I think also what I think from this article is like, my honest opinion is like anyone that this article influences to not date or to be like, oh, it's actually uncool. Like if that's actually influencing you, then like you probably are a loser to begin with. Like that's my perspective where I'm like, if you're so influenced by this Vogue article, like, you probably are weird anyways.
It's not just the article though.
Right. That's true. It's the discourse, the culture around it. But I also think that anybody that is like truly trying to find somebody, truly wants companionship, they're not going to read this article and be like, oh, well, now I can't have a boyfriend because it's going to like plunge engagement or whatever. Like, I don't think it's going to like actually affect. Also, I think maybe I'm saying that because like I am obsessed when I'm in a relationship. So like, I don't want to like succumb to this, I think.
Well, I just kind of like the conversation I had with our friend yesterday. I don't think it's like one article where you're like, you know what? I need to change my life. But I do think the overall discourse online is for men and women, like basically saying, I get it. Like, you know, we talk about this all the time. Like when it's important to feel comfortable when you're single. It's important to like find yourself when you don't have someone. It's important to like take pride in all the things that you do in your life. But it's okay to say, I want to build my community. I want to have my family, whether it's more of a traditional family or whether it's untraditional, whatever it is, you know, because we want to have our people to grow old with.
I know.
And like when our friend was just like we need to get outside. People are not getting outside. They're like, you know, doom scrolling, and there's just too many excuses to like flake on the date, to not go out, to not get yourself out there. And we're just like staying inside, waiting for miracles to happen online or on first dates. And like, that is why there's just a lot of lonely people out there. Like you have to take some risks.
My honest take on this is having a boyfriend is embarrassing. You should be like Kyle Richards and date a woman.
Okay, that's fair. I will say this is just like a funny, you guys mentioning like somebody being ranked somewhere like Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan. I think I was like closer to 10 than I was to 1 for Clayton on night 1 of The Bachelor. So I do think there is something to like giving people more time to get to know you. Because I think that
was that a conversation y'all had of like, where did you?
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to know everything. I was just like, I was so curious. I was like,
who was
like,
his
how
number
did this
1
work?
on night 1?
It was Teddy. I think that's who he gave his first impression rose to. Yeah. But yeah, I think it was closer to 10 than 1. So, and he
that's crazy.
Picked me. So
that is crazy.
Yeah. You can't, I think you got to give more than 1 date unless there's like a giant red flag of like, you know, I want kids, they don't.
Well, speaking of dating, if you are interested in being a part of a dating docuseries, a secret project that we are working on here at NV Media, with the opportunity to meet your person. If you're around the ages of 22 to 45, listen, like we don't want to exclude anyone. If you're 49 and you want to shoot your shot, shoot your shot. Both men and women. We have a lot of great women applicants. Please, women out there, please, if you're interested in submit. We're not, we don't have enough. We can't get enough, but we need more guys. So if you have a brother, a friend, a second cousin, a coworker, honestly, a good-looking guy on the bus.
Hey,
submit him,
on the bus.
Well, they're free now in New York, apparently.
Yeah, that's true.
We're primarily looking for people in the Los Angeles and Nashville area. But if you're willing to, get on a bus or get in a car or take an Uber, send in your submission. Go to our Instagram bios on mine and the Viall Files Instagram and fill out our casting call. Also, don't forget, Vi5 Plus is available now wherever you can find it. It's yeah, you can comment. You can talk your shit.
Talk
your shit. Just go to viallfiles.com to sign up for Viall Files Plus. It's free to sign up.
It's also really fun. We get super loose and goofy and silly.
Hear about some of the... We talk some shit.
Yeah.
We talk some shit.
Oh, yeah.
And also expect some new and exciting things coming out of Viall Files Plus soon. Some big announcements coming your way. So be the first to hear all about it. Also later this episode, from the hit show Nobody Wants This, now streaming on Netflix, season 1 and 2. Everyone's talking about, everyone's watching. Timothy Simons is with us. He plays the very charming, very quirky brother, Matt, of the lead character, Adam Brody. He's really popping off. Really fun character to play. And we have Timothy with us to talk about all things Nobody Wants This and more. Also, we have Myles Smith, the musical performing guest on the reunion for Love is Blind, who's blowing up right now on the musical charts.
And I stargazing.
Woo!
Also performed halftime of the Pittsburgh, Minnesota Vikings game in Ireland.
And Ireland, and that
He's
is how I know who I
he's
is.
booked and busy.
Yes.
Well, last time they had a musical guest, Alex Warren, who a friend of show, really popped off.
Absolutely blew up.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Love is Blind.
Truly.
Or thank you, Viall Files. When really,
I was going to say thank you, Pittsburgh
Ordinary.
Steelers. Okay.
The song Ordinary.
Thank you, Alex
very
Warren.
good. So thank you, Alex Warren.
Well, in a story that maybe only I care about these days, Justin Baldoni took an L in the court system recently.
What
Is
happened
the
there?
L basically... Because did he technically lose, or was he just not
an expert here? Haven't really paying super close attention. So I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not
Emily D. Baker?
I'm not Emily D. Baker. But I believe that the judge originally said you don't have enough here.
He procrastinated on his homework and didn't get his work out on time.
We're gonna dismiss that. It got dismissed.
He had a deadline, right?
But then they had a deadline to resubmit the claim if they actually had evidence or actual things that made it less. They didn't have enough, so they dismissed it.
This was the second deadline, to resubmit, or there is still a second deadline? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's over.
Oh, it's done. Okay.
So, and they were no, we're totally gonna do it. Oh my god, we got all this stuff. We just didn't we haven't got around to it yet. And then the deadline has passed, and so which. To me, would again further show what I've always suspected, that this was just his team trying to win in the court of public opinion and very much fight the fight online and continue to harass Blake and her team. But secret, it seems behind the scenes, things are getting brighter and better for the team Blake, and when it comes to
do we know
the court.
Do we know if the case is Lisa Barlow dismissed, or are we still having that
No.
May 2026?
Nope.
As far as this particular case, where it's Justin sued Blake Lively for $400 million, that is
Red
done, gone,
Done.
L.
Dismissed.
I guess he could file a different claim, I guess.
He can
It
make
was
a
a
poster board.
$400 million defamation, extortion, and defamation lawsuit against Blake and Ryan. And it's officially been shut down after they failed to respond to an October 17th order asking why final judgment shouldn't be entered, prompting the court to formally close the case.
See, I would say that when they filed it, it was just in a retaliatory claim to distract from the actual claim, which is Blake accusing Justin of inappropriate behavior at the workplace and the online harassment and the PR campaign that his team, which I think it seems to be a lot of evidence on, and this was more of a tactic to paint himself as the victim.
Everyone that he sued, right? That all of that has been he sued the
the New York Times. It got dropped. They're countersuing. He's taking a lot of L's right now that you're not really hearing about, which is fascinating.
It's almost as if
it's almost as if he has
power on the internet.
Yeah, the PR campaign really doing his work. Anyway,
well, shit.
Told you so.
Speaking of
this Millie Bobby Brown story, crazy.
David Harbour, evil, slimy creep.
I don't know the lore of him, but from the sound of it, I was gonna say it sounds dark.
Well, the fact that like she felt compelled to file a bully harassment claim before they even filmed season 5, which credit to her, like pop off, like very scary, as we now know. Again, back to the Blake and Justin, like especially for any victim and especially for women in a workplace, it can be very scary to come forward to say, I feel this person's making me feel uncomfortable, because so often there's a lot of retaliatory a response to this, or like, making them sound crazy, or like they're the problem. So credit to Millie Bobby Brown for coming forward. But then you if you find out the lore about this David guy.
He's currently getting divorced from Lily Allen, right?
Yes, and Lily Allen, scathing album.
Yeah.
About this man.
Oh.
There's just like a lot of darkness around this guy.
The Lily Allen album too is crazy because she talks about how he forced her into an open relationship.
Yes.
And how he pushed all these insecurities on her, and then eventually he just ended the relationship, ended the marriage. And she talks about how there's other women and mistresses named Madeline.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I need to listen to that.
Segue to the Jennifer Lawrence interview. She did an interview with, listen, again, we're not a political show. I really appreciated Jennifer Lawrence talking about this. She was basically we now know, regardless of what side you like, but the celebrity endorsement is useless. And yet so many celebrities are pressured into giving their political commentary on topics that maybe they're not even that well versed, only to honestly bring a lot of heat and criticism and trolling in their direction that only causes them it just kind of hurts. Well, it's bad for their mental health, and it hurts them, and it alienates half of their audience. And she just talked about I want to do things that bring people together. We live in a divisive time. I thought it was just a really nice interview to just talk about inclusivity rather than exclusivity. And then she wants to focus on topics and themes that are welcoming to all people. And because I think we're now finally recognizing that being saying we live in divisive times and then continuing to be divisive isn't the answer.
Yeah, what she also said in that interview that I thought was really interesting was she basically was saying that she didn't want her personal opinions to keep people from engaging her with her work that she's choosing because they reflect a lot of her opinions, right? The pieces that she's choosing to do is what she believes in. And she's I think it's worth a lot more to have this let's say whatever movie she's in that reflects ideas that she's really passionate about. She wants that to be her statement on it versus
I love
her
that.
words, which I that part of it I think is really cool. And I also think there's a difference between artists and actors who are activists, because I think there is overlap a lot of the time, and I think those people are in a different sort of space than your actor who's like what you were saying, kind of just endorsing for endorsement's sake, versus the people that that is very much what they're passionate about and what their art is about. So I think there's a difference, and I think it's a really interesting conversation that she opened up.
I do too. I also think that so often the bridge for people is just compassion and understanding, and really that's just getting to know somebody. And especially for an actor, if you're playing a part of somebody that you feel passionate about the topic of whatever the movie is about, it's somebody's going to fall in love with your character and have compassion for people that character is representing. So it really makes so much sense. And I actually love, I appreciate what she said to an extent. I think it's a really great way to look at it. And I think also there is this pressure to advocate and speak and talk. And there are things that I'm super passionate about. But if I do talk about it, I do feel it just alienates so many people. And I'm it just becomes an echo chamber.
Speaking of celebrities, did y'all see that Tom Brady revealed that his current dog, Junie, is a clone of his late dog, Lua, who died in December of 2023. He he's an investor in this company, Colossal Biosciences, and he basically worked with this company for a second chance with a clone of their beloved dog.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Jeff sometimes sleeps on my head.
Does it work in humans, you think? Like if I
No,
died,
I
would
think
you
that's
clone
the
me?
goal.
not.
I'm sure they're working
I'm
towards
s-
it.
yeah.
But right
But
now,
like, I
give me
would
14
I would
dogs.
think that clone Jeff might like rip my neck out in the middle of the night. Like it's
Like
just
something has to go wrong.
it's just a giving
Yeah.
horror story.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the memories aren't there, just the biology, right?
Yeah, and then like, what if they're like, it
I'd
like
clone
something
your ass.
hits a
Yeah.
little different, and then they're like, a
Would you
little
clone
crazy.
me or would you like go for like something new?
You know what? I think like our time would be done.
I think clones take away. That is the thing of like with people and with pets. It's like the time you get to spend together because it's limited is what makes it so special. And
Yeah.
so it's like
Do you think he also have a couple clones of Giselle just like in his house that he doesn't let leave?
that's terrifying.
That
yeah,
is terrifying.
I do think
It's
that's
Giselle
true.
without
yeah.
a voice. Like you should just
No,
can't
100%. She can't speak. Yeah. But it's like, it's her.
Yeah, but also it
Probably.
makes me feel kind of sad. I'm like, I think I get that, like loving a dog so much that you're like, oh, I want to have this dog forever, but it's just I don't know. But I'm like, it's just never gonna be the same.
I don't think
It's
that-
unnatural, but I'd try it.
Yeah, if I could clone
It's
my
disgusting,
my
but I'd
dog,
probably do it.
Literally, give me 14 of them. Love
my
it.
Well,
Looking at
apparently
him
they
right now.
also previously cloned Paris Hilton's dog and Barbara Streisand's dog.
Yeah.
So like this is a celebrity
Be a celebrity
cloning
dog.
Yeah.
company.
Tom Brady is in the diva
They
like,
have
universe.
Yeah. 15 successful cloned species,
Make it
Wait.
17.
including the black-footed ferret and someone's horse.
Know what they should do
Per-
when they make clones of people? If for, no,
Prezawaklis?
if for no other reason, you should have to hang out with your clone
I think
like
I'd
locked
love
in
it.
a room.
Nightmare.
and just
For
to be
how
like,
long?
well, just so everyone can realize how insufferable they are.
I was gonna say, haven't you seen the movie
Oh.
Us?
yeah.
No, thank you.
You know,
I
But,
think
like-
I'm a narcissist because I'm like, I would love that. I think it'd just be so interesting.
You're like, can you turn around so I can see what the back of your hair looks
No,
like?
literally. I'd be like, bend over, jump up and down. I want to see how everything works and
Where
looks.
does it
Yeah, me clone Mary. I
Let
would
me
just
see the
be
back
like,
of your hair.
"Shut
It's so
up."
could you imagine
Really?
clone Nick arguing with Nick?
Oh,
Oh
God.
it
my
would be
gosh.
never ending.
We
Like,
come back 2 days later and like, you guys haven't
They're
moved.
still
To
going.
doing a going deeper.
Always right, never wrong. Meet.
You're
you
both
know?
interrupting each other.
I'm so likable.
We would just get bored of talking and be like, "Do you want to just like smoke weed and watch Mad Men?" And then we would do that for like 6 hours, and then we would be cool. But I
That'd
think
be
the
cool.
conversation we would both get really annoyed with each other.
In celebrity drama, only maybe I care about. Daniel Day-Lewis says Brian Cox has dragged him into a debate that he didn't want to be a part of. Am I the only one who knows who these people are on this show?
I know
Daniel
who,
Day-Lewis.
I know who both of them are.
Okay. Daniel
Yeah.
Day-Lewis, many people think he's the greatest
Lincoln.
actor of our time.
Yes, very
Famously,
talented
you know,
man.
when it comes to method acting, he was probably the person he really put method acting on the map.
Put a face to it.
Put a face to it. Brian Cox also, he plays the dad in Succession.
Succession.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Yes.
and a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff.
Oh, I thought he
You
was
are
in
not
Breaking Bad.
He
serious.
was the dad in the
people.
ring of Samara.
He
Samara.
was
He's
the
in a lot
dad
of
in
stuff.
What's
He's
the
in a lot
guy's
of
name
stuff.
in Breaking Bad?
Bryan Cranston.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Yeah, different.
but kind of the same.
Mhm.
Both named Brian.
Both C last names.
Brian Cox has apparently had said some things about what his opinion of method acting. Jeremy Strong, who is his co-star in Succession, also famously known as a method actor. And method acting, I guess, in some spaces gets criticisms because I imagine it can be obnoxious. Like Jared Leto.
Yes, I
Right?
remember this.
Like, I think some method actors use it as an excuse to just kind of be
Awful.
an asshole on set and kind of troll their co-stars. It's like, whoa, Joker.
Yeah.
Like,
Wasn't
Yeah.
he like leaving like dead animals in their trailer
Yeah,
or
I don't know.
something?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's too far.
But he's the Joker.
Did you guys ever watch that documentary when Jim Carrey was Andy Kaufman in
Yeah.
a movie, and then they made a documentary about
Yeah.
Jim
Yeah,
Carrey
it's
going
weird.
full method as Andy Kaufman? It's like freaky. It's really
Oh,
good.
Is it a horror?
No.
It's docuseries.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know, again, listen, various opinions about it, but like Daniel Day-Lewis, it's really part of his process, his craft. He takes it seriously, yada, yada. And he goes, Brian Cox is a very fine actor who's done extraordinary work. As a result, he's been giving a soapbox, which he shows no sign of climbing down from. What a dig. Anytime he wants to talk about it, I'm easy to find. This is like Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone, like fighting online about their acting process. Like it's
Awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
But how eloquently he threw shade.
yeah.
Yeah.
like a couple old men being drama queens. Is
Yeah.
I'm living for it.
Apparently, he
Yeah.
has a soapbox. I'm gonna use that.
There should be like
he's-
a Housewives version of just like very serious, very
Talented
intelligent, talented
actors.
old men.
Yes.
Just being like,
Yeah.
I disagree, and if you would like to climb down off of your soapbox, sir.
If he
That
wants
is-
to talk about it, I'm
Yeah.
easy to find.
Easy
If
to
he
find.
wants to meet in the alley in
Yeah.
Fox.
The thing is, like, that is basically what Conclave was as an entire movie. Was just a bunch of old diva men being like, I do not know if you are as talented as you think you are.
Well, really quickly, continuing on with some celebrity drama, we had Whitney Levitt last night on Dancing with the Stars. Obviously, Jen got eliminated last week. And this week, Whitney was kind of asked about the feud that's been kind of speculated between the two of them because there was like maybe an alleged smirk that Whitney gave after Jen was eliminated. Some online feud started. And then Whitney was asked about it.
Ooh, what'd she say?
She said this. This was her response to being like, hey, your mom talk sister. Looks like there's a feud. Is everything good?
I'm trying not to focus on that. Just trying to focus on all the people that are supporting us because I'm so grateful for them. Like, it motivates us. It keeps us going. So thank you.
Perfect.
Wow.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
I was like,
I
all right.
have a Twitter buddy who we only talk Packers. Shout out Jake from, I think he lives in like North Dakota. I don't know. We've never met in person. But
I love that.
Oh my God, you have a mutual?
It's his pen
It's
pal.
like his pen pal.
It's
Yeah,
his
so
pen
nice,
pal.
actually.
He's like
That's really wholesome.
we text about the
Yeah.
Packers. Anyways, he texted me yesterday. He's like watching Dancing with the Stars. He's like, that Whitney, really good dancer. Seems like a terrible person.
Whoa.
Wow.
I didn't respond.
Nick did not feed into
I
it.
did
You're
not
like,
feed into it.
buddy,
Okay.
we want her on the show. We
Nope.
love her.
But
Yeah.
that is interesting that that's her response.
I will say it is kind
Yeah.
of crazy because I was like, her going on Dancing with the Stars has been like rewriting her reputation from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And then that one moment of Jen getting eliminated and her looking happy about it was just like, and then she was at the bottom 3 this week. And I'm like, I think,
Whitney was?
yeah, Whitney was at the bottom 3. It'll get you.
She's an excellent dancer. I know people thought I was hard on her at the reunion. I love Whitney as a she mesmerizes.
I love
me.
She's
her.
a great
She's
reality
just
TV
incredible.
star.
She
on
like her
reality TV.
facial reactions. I'm obsessed
Mhm.
with her TikToks, her commitment to the bit,
Yeah.
and she can never get out of her own way. She just can't. I mean, that's like what an amazing response to that question. Because
you know,
she
I'm
can't
trying
lie.
not to focus on it. I love everyone who's supporting me.
Yeah.
All she had to
Thank
say was,
you.
Jen was a great dancer and did such a great job. It was so sad to see her leave so soon.
Even if you'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, that's
Just
so
bullshit.
silly. We love each other.
yeah.
But why would she?
We're mom talk sisters.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not really focusing on that right now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Who else was in the bottom 3?
That's
I watched all the
tough.
dances. I didn't see the results.
It
I know
was-
that Danielle Fisher went home.
It was Danielle, Andy Richter, and Whitney.
Love that Andy
And
was
Danielle
saying.
Fisher.
How do you
I
think
love
Whitney
that
handled
he's
that?
still going through.
I think it was humbling because I feel like it's one of those things where, you know, she's thinking she's on the up. She keeps winning and everybody doesn't really understand why she gets the best scores every
Best
week.
scores every week
Yeah.
And
is not a good thing. No.
And the fact that she's doing better than like some people that we like Jordan, a lot of people feel the last couple of weeks has been shorted by her scores. Whitney's last 2 dances, it just didn't really hit the way that some of the best ones that she's done already.
Right.
And I'm like, Alex, consistently great. Dylan, growing. Robert Irwin and Whitney, crush.
Listen, I probably have a little bit of Whitney inside me, you know, where I think Whitney is a perfectionist. She's a hard worker. She is a grinder. She will always bet on herself. She will never, if she can control the outcome, you can count on her to do it. But like, she has a hard time showing vulnerability. She's you don't want to root for her,
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah.
she's so good at rooting for herself.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. Like, you don't need fans because you are your number one.
Quick, who's your top 3? I'm still gonna say Dylan.
Top 3.
Or
There's like 6 left.
I know
Alex,
Dylan,
Rob,
and Rob.
and Dylan. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so hard to do 3. Because I feel like Whitney could be in it, but I'm the same. And Whitney's my swing.
I'm between Alex and Rob for first. Oh, sorry,
All right.
Dylan.
Well, we'll find out in a few weeks. Up next, we got Joe from Love is Blind. Let's get to it.
Cold mornings, holiday plans, this is when you want your wardrobe to be simple. Stuff that looks sharp but feels good and things I'll actually wear. For me, that's Quince. And the bonus, Quince pieces make great gifts too. This season lineup is simple but smart and easy with Quince. $50 Mongolian cashmere sweaters that feel like everyday luxury and wool coats that are equal parts stylish and durable. Their Mongolian cashmere sweaters are honestly the perfect sweater Size up, get the oversized look. They have so many colors to choose from. They're so soft. It's perfect for transition seasons, but it's also perfect for deep in the winter weather where you just want something comfy and cozy.
Ladies, everyone has a man in their life, whether it's your partner, your dad, your brother, or just, maybe a coworker. If you want to give them the best gift this holiday season, look no further than the Quince Mongolian Cashmere Sweater. It's only $50. You're giving them luxury. They will look great. It's the easiest gift. Every lady right now, go to quince.com. Get the men in your life that sweater. Thank me later. They will love it.
These pieces have truly revamped my closet, and Quince has really become a go-to across the board. They have everything you could want: bedding, bath, cookware, travel accessories. Their expandable carry-on suitcase is so chic. It's so perfect for everything. They have amazing bed sheets, pillows, everything that you could think of. Quince has got it covered. Give and get timeless holiday staples that last this season with Quince. Go to quince.com/VIALL for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/VIALL. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/VIALL. Symbiotica is for anyone who is doing all the right things but still doesn't feel their best, because true wellness starts at the cellular level. With science-backed, high-absorption supplements designed to travel with you and work with your body, Symbiotica helps you feel more like you. We're constantly on the go, and that can be draining, but thanks to Symbiotica, we know we're taking high-quality supplements. Symbiotica is one of the most trustworthy brands out there. They never compromise on quality and sourcing. Their products are free from cereals, preservatives, toxins, or artificial additives. It's something you can taste and feel in every packet.
Their liquid colostrum is something that is a staple in our household. It supports your hair, skin, nails, helps maintain a healthy gut lining, which is super important for your overall health, and supports a healthy immune system.
Symbiotica makes it so easy to maintain healthy habits all year long with travel-sized packets. They taste amazing, and it only takes 30 seconds a day to get all the nutrients that you need. It's so easy to throw in your purse, throw in your backpack, throw in your car. Wherever you're going, wherever you're on the go, you can still get your vitamins.
Their liposomal glutathione also helps anti-aging, also gut health, and glowing skin, which is something, well, we just want to shine. And thanks to Symbiotica, we are feeling better, looking better every day.
And if you want to too, go to symbiotica.com/VIALL to get 20% off plus free shipping. That's CYMBIOTIKA.com/VIALL for 20% off plus free shipping.
Well, we know that money is tight out there. Every dollar counts for most families out there, and managing your budget is such an important part to your, well, overall happiness. And that's why Chime can come in. Chime is for people who struggle with traditional banking, are working to rebuild their credit, and prefer to manage their finances primarily through a mobile app. Chimes offers no free checking and savings accounts and focusing on member-centric business model.
Chime understands that every dollar counts. That's why when you set up a direct deposit through Chime, you get access to fee-free features like free overdraft coverage, getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, and more. Learn more at chime.com/VIALL. Open a checking account with no monthly fees and no maintenance fees. With qualifying direct deposits, you're eligible for free overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. To date, Chime has spotted members over $30 billion.
Chime helps you get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Their 24/7 customer support is convenient. The tools for daily balance updates and real-time transaction alerts have shaped our spending habits.
Having access to 47,000 fee-free ATMs nationwide comes in handy since we're constantly traveling. Work on your financial goals through Chime today. Open an account in 2 minutes at chime.com/VIALL. That's chime.com/VIALL. Chime feels like progress.
Joe, welcome to the show.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Good to be with you. Thanks for joining us. First of all, mustache looks great.
Hey, I appreciate it. I'm getting mixed reviews, but I'm keeping it.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
You know? Also, it seems like you got a little apartment upgrade, because like on the show you were like living out of a
truly
just a real box.
No, that was an Airbnb according to the internet. So yeah, no, it was that was my place, and it was a shoebox. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't look great.
Yeah, why would you Airbnb that?
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's got to be.
No offense.
No offense taken. Yeah, I had bars on the windows. I could barely fit into the bathroom. I was actually sleeping on my friend's couch like 9 months, or well, probably 6 months before that. And he's like, "Hey, are you going to go get a place?" So I was like, "Yeah, for sure. I get what you're trying to tell me right now. To leave my apartment." And so I went and got that place because it was very cheap and I didn't know where I wanted to be. And it was just a 9-month lease. And thank God I'm out of there. But yeah, this is my apartment now.
Okay,
love that.
Looks
High
good.
rise.
Yeah.
It looks good. Well, Joe, before we get into everything, I just want to say I enjoyed you this season. I found you to be humorous and fun, and we certainly had some fun at your expense. I hope that's okay. But all things considered, you really were entertaining, and thanks for being a part of a fun season.
Hey, glad you can find some enjoyment out of the, some of the shit I did on there. The shit show that was season 9.
It's all good. It's all good. First question: why is your girlfriend still doing podcasts?
My girlfriend? No, she did one.
Okay.
And that was a no-go. So
Did she run that by you, or?
Yeah, they reached out to her independently, and I was like, do what you want. I'm not going to say yes or no, but I really should have said no.
Yeah.
And I was, I probably should have done it differently, but you can't go back.
You live and you learn. But what was
Right.
Was there a fallout from that interview? Like, why? I mean, I would love to hear your perspective on why you think you should have said no.
Just to stay probably in the good graces of certain media companies, I would say. But
well,
yeah,
yes, of course, yes.
And no fallout, I would say, with anybody that she talked about on there. But yeah, it probably just wasn't a smart idea, and I would have done it differently. Looking back now.
Was she at the reunion?
She was not. No, I took both of my sisters, and so I think I only got 2 tickets, and my sisters were going to be there. And I also didn't want to subject her to that because I knew what was going to go down, and I also wanted to be in high spirits after. So and not have to. I don't want to say feel the wrath because she wouldn't have made me feel any certain way after, but I just know that probably would have got under her skin. So
throughout the season, you seemed
incoherent.
Well, honestly, just like the running joke on all these shows, whether it's Love is Blind or The Bachelor or whatever, these kind of crazy experiments that people sign up for, which is like, what you signed up for, which, we can get into the weeds of whether that's true or not. But you truly looked like you found out after the pods that like you're supposed to marry this person, and you were like as if they kidnapped you, which for all the internet people, that's not what they do. But you were like, marriage, like you were like, at what point did it really dawn on you that like the expectation is to potentially get married to Madison?
Yeah, I mean, it dawned on me throughout the whole show. I mean, I knew what I was signing up for. Maybe it didn't look like that, but it was wild to me when they said 3 weeks, and I was like, oh, 3 weeks, yeah. Let's see if we can get there in that amount of time. And at that point, it was swirling in my head.
6 weeks was more palpable at the time when they...
Yeah, 6.5, it would have been fine.
And how do you feel now that you're, I would assume, not drunk right now, sober? What time is it?
You assumed wrong.
He's like, excuse me, I have to throw up.
This is when I start. Yeah, it's about 10 in the morning.
What is your opinion right now of Nick?
Of Nick? I like Nick. Honestly, he's very, my bad on that one. That was, I let the drunk thoughts win, and they won big time. But I have no ill will towards Nick. He is, I think he has a good heart, sometimes a little misunderstood, and it was kind of a crummy thing of me to say at the time because I wouldn't want to watch it back and see somebody else talking about me on there. But he's a unique guy, and I think he is a decent person.
Oh, well, that's kind of what you say.
That wasn't nice. He's somebody's guy, not my guy.
He's a guy. I like Nick.
A big part of Anton's storyline was his drinking. Who drinks more, you or him? Or Annie?
Or Annie's
shit. Who drinks more? I actually won't. Damn it, you guys got me. Probably, unfortunately, me. Okay. I've never seen Anton get a little crazy. My thing is, I just don't want to stop, right? And I probably shouldn't say that, but I always want the good time to keep on going. Yeah. But I've laid off a little bit, and it doesn't help. I work 2 nights a week at a bar as well and that doesn't help at all. So
okay.
Going back to Baja, where we saw you get absolutely hammered for the first time, I think Nick and I were very much like this dude is hammered. Like, this is not the time to have this conversation with him, Madison. Maybe
I was more
let's
like,
try
just
again.
say you're drunk. I'm
yeah,
drunk.
for
No, I
you.
did. She knew I was drunk too. And I was like, yeah, I'm hammered. I'm going back. I don't think that got in there. But obviously, I think everybody knew I was drunk. And yeah, I had about 4 hours to sleep it off, but I was in a different dimension when I woke up. And I don't know if I've ever been, actually, I have been to Mexico before, and that happens every time. So I don't know why we're trying to lie to you
Mexico.
guys like that.
That's
true.
But yeah, I mean, but now it's just on camera, right? And it's a new experience where there's cameras around you and you're engaged to somebody that you just met a week and a half ago. So there was a lot playing into it. The dynamic was different. And yeah, I wish I could have just been sleeping, to be honest.
Was that part of your reaction when she woke you up and you kind of woke up and then saw all the cameras and the boom operator, and like, is that a little bit why you acted the way you did, or were you just like,
yeah, I'm sure. They actually came in once before that wasn't on camera and woke me up, and I think I was just like saying nonsense. I mean, I barely remember that. That might have not even happened, but I'm pretty sure it did. And then the second time they came in, which was, I needed some food. That was my deal. Like I woke up and I think tensions were a little high. She wanted for me to come over and comfort her. And I was just not even in my right mind to comfort myself. So it was not a great look, I would say. But yeah, I just wish I was sleeping during that.
Has your girlfriend watched the season back, or she stayed away from it?
Yeah.
Oh, she has.
She watched it all.
Was she a fan before you guys met?
Of me?
Of the show.
Was she a fan of the show? I think she might have watched a couple seasons. I don't know if she was a huge fan, but yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
When you and Madison broke up and she was on the floor crying, I really appreciated that scene because I just thought it was really honest in the sense that, like, when you know, and you knew that you wanted out of that relationship, and I really wanted a camera on you after you got into the hallway because she's on the floor crying, and I imagined you like jumping up and being like, "Oh, I'm free."
You thought I was skipping out of there?
Yeah, and again, this is not against Madison. It's just more like you clearly like wanted out of that situation, and I couldn't help but think that you probably had a big sigh of relief. Take us into that hallway. What was that really like?
Oh, well, we had to go do interviews after that, and I think they asked me 1,000 different ways of, what was it, why was it, and I don't understand. Nowadays, it's like, you don't need a reason. Like if somebody told me, hey, this isn't it, you're not my person, we don't match on this, and this, I would leave it at that. Right. And so I think, a little bit, even at the reunion, it's like, well, what was it? Help me out here. I just can't, I don't, it just wasn't it, right? And so there are certain things, like I don't think our personalities really meshed. I think our communication was terrible, and I take responsibility for a lot of that as well. And I've said sorry 500 different ways, but that's it. And the long and the short of it is, I don't really think that I can say anything more that would be much use or help anybody.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. I mean, I did happen to write about this in my book. Don't text your ex happy birthday, shameless plug. But no, when people want closure, it's just basically like them asking you for like more reasons why you don't fuck with them or like why you don't like them. It's like you're asking the person to like shit on you.
Right. It's really painful for the
what
individual.
Is it? Tell me why.
Yeah.
You
want me to come up with
fine.
something?
I hate the way you dress.
Right.
I don't like and you don't want to say that. You just want to be like, listen, it's just
not working. Let me go in peace.
It's me.
Yeah. That's the thing too. I mean, we kind of had a talk after, and that's where, ended up making out. Definitely should not have done that. I think it was in the moment. It was familiar. There was still some feelings there, and I left, but I knew it wasn't that. And then, I ran into her 2 weeks later at another party, and she said, hey, I think it was just the cameras. I think it's this. I think it's that. I think it was just the awkwardness and you were nervous. And that's her go-to line. Like, I think it's just the cameras. That happened a lot on the show and then after the fact as well. And I just was trying to relay that it's not. This isn't going to work between us no matter how hard we try.
Well, all y'all did was fight and fuck. So
who instigated that kiss?
That was that was probably
Who went 90?
Probably me.
Who went?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like we went and talked.
King.
We went and talked it out, and it was not a great talk by any means, I would say. And then, walked her to her car, and damn it, I shouldn't have done
Laid it on her.
And it was probably me. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see how that's a little confusing.
Yeah,
you love
sure.
bombed her. You love bombed her.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. I mean, getting close.
I'm kidding,
yeah,
Joe. I'm kidding, Joe.
It was like a moment of weakness in that point of time, and then
I think it's allowed. It's okay.
Did you go into reunion knowing that you and Casey's fling would be chit-chatted about?
Oh yeah. Everybody knew about that. From the two months after the fact that we kind of got together, everybody knew about that, and I think Madison had that talk with Casey at Mike's pool party, and it was God, that was a rough one too. So
why was Casey crying at the party?
At the party, I think she was hammered. Yeah, she was drunk. Everybody was drunk there, and so Denver, right?
Y'all got down in Denver.
It's in the air.
Altitude.
It's the altitude.
It's a little bit of reprieve, right? Everybody's getting together, and so everybody wants to have fun. And she was crying, and I know she had some feelings for me too, and that was something that I also knew wasn't going to work. And yeah, I don't know. Everybody was kind of getting with everybody after the fact. So and Madison was mad about that, right? Madison was a little pissed at Casey. I know she was, pissed at me. I think she thought it was inappropriate, but I don't feel like I owed her anything after the fact.
Like inappropriate for you guys to date or talk?
Yeah. It was about like a month and a half, I would say, that we were kind of together, and I just didn't feel like I owed her anything.
So did you date Casey longer than you dated Madison?
Yeah, I did.
Madison seems to think that there was a little bit of overlap. Was there?
Overlap in what relationship? That sounds bad.
Well, if you want to talk about all the overlap, we're here.
I'm here. Ask me anything. You guys are asking me good questions.
I love Joe. I love Joe.
I've been on interviews, which they just asked me the same 5 questions, and I wanna jump off the 9th floor over here. So.
Well, specifically, again, 9th floor. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's moving up. It's moving up.
Yeah, I'm not on the 11th.
Specifically, I guess Madison said at reunion, like the reason that you and her ended is because you and Casey kind of started up something, and it kind of distracted your head. I guess something along those lines.
Yeah, I honestly, that was a shock to me because I heard it in interviews before even the reunion, so I knew that was coming. But it was a huge shock. I was, and you know what? No, that had nothing to do. I was the one that said googly eyes, right? She was like, Joe, you, in your own words, you said googly eyes. Yeah, I went back and told her that. She was across the bar, and I'm sure Casey was being a little too extra friendly. All the women were that we haven't seen ever. They were saying, hey, if this doesn't work out, blah, blah, blah. And they were saying that to everybody. So,
wow.
And so I went and told her that because we had a long conversation, probably 6 hours into the night, no sleep. What you see the next day is kind of rehashing it a little bit more. And so, but yeah, I was so surprised at hearing that because I don't know if that's something that made her feel a little bit better or that was the closure she kind of wanted. But, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Which other women kind of confessed their love to you?
No.
No. Who was the overlap with?
And there's that. No, I mean, I'm just certain people that are like, oh, it's nice meeting you. And
wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
Are you still wearing boxers?
Am I wearing boxers right now?
Yeah, like why not boxer briefs?
Those were swim trunks.
Oh, okay. So do you wear boxer briefs?
No, I wear boxer briefs. Yeah, for sure. But those were definitely swim trunks. Because I'm gonna go back and change, right? I'm gonna get in bed.
You never know.
Joe, were you at that party where Brendan and Casey were allegedly cuddling?
So I wasn't there, right? But Brendan's my good friend, right? I still see him all the time when we work out together. I see all the boys all the time. Great relationships, but I wasn't there. And then I asked Brendan I wanted to kind of speak up because I never heard about that. Brendan would have told me about that. I would have heard through the grapevine, through other people. And then I asked him about it and he was like, no, that never happened. That's something that I wouldn't have done or I wouldn't even been close to. I think Brendan and Casey never had that. I just couldn't see it happening, right? But I didn't know. So I didn't want to speak on it at the time. But Brendan reassured me and he was like, no, that never happened. Not that I would care, but it was just a weird thing to pop off. I think they were going after Casey pretty hard on that because it's a group of women don't like her.
So where do you think Kate got that from? Do you think she pulled it out of her ass, or?
I don't know. Actually, I can't really tell on that. But I mean, I think Kate and Brendan even talked about it. And I think Brendan even talked about it with Casey because we all went to Mile High to watch the reunion back, and I even had a conversation with Madison there too, and she was trying to rehash with me a little bit, and I just wanted to be anywhere but that conversation.
When we had Madison on,
Did you watch that interview?
I did watch that interview.
Oh, so you saw her accuse you of being,
of course,
yeah, of being, I guess, the reason that she developed an eating disorder.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Because obviously that's
it's heavy.
It's heavy.
Right?
It's a heavy accusation. Yeah. What do you think about all that?
I think there again, didn't know about that until I saw it on the Viall files and saw it on other interviews. Right. This is nothing that has ever come up, and nor did I think she had any insecurities about it. That was a conversation we had. Right. I did that interview. She didn't see that till it came out, but then I came back and we were talking, and I said, more petite women, that's usually what I go for. Should I have said that? Probably not, but I'm honest to a fault, maybe.
Were you responding to a question?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were talking about each other's types and what our past relationships looked like, and hers looked wildly different than me as well. And so it's not, but I said that, and she goes, oh, okay. But I feel like I reassured her in that moment as well. I was like, no, you're beautiful. This is the person I'm going to try to make this work with.
Did she say her previous relationships were like super tall, buff, big dick? Like,
yeah, big dick. Yeah, why is she going for me? No, that's no. I mean, she like variety, which she said, but that's the fact too. If she did say, I need a 6'5" guy, I usually date 6'5" guys. That's something that's not ever going to bother me. And just for her to be honest, because that's the whole point of this experiment, right? You make that emotional connection, and then you try to make it work after the fact with this person that you haven't seen, right? I think I reassured her many, many times after the fact that she was beautiful and was going to make it try. But so that never came up ever after that. There was no insecurity surrounding about that. Are you not into me after that fact? Nothing. So that one sentence gave her an eating disorder, which if that's her lived experience, if that's hers, right? She and I apologize if that is the case, but it was incredibly wild for me to hear.
Have you ever had that conversation, just the two of you?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was that night in Mexico, and then we laid it, and that was it.
So I mean, like her talking about creating an eating disorder. Had you ever talked about that? Have you ever apologized to her if that's the case?
How could I apologize to her if I didn't know about it until? Yeah. So it was then she came up to me, at Mile High, and we kind of chatted, and she was still kind of angry about everything, and I was, we were talking about comments, and sorry you're getting the ones you're getting. And she apologized the ones I'm getting, and I said, yeah, they don't really bother me. And she goes, well, I hope you listen to some of them because of your words and what you said. And I go, okay, yes, I will. But that was not the case I was making in any shame there. It's just something I probably just could have kept to myself. But if somebody asked me what I went for in the past and what they look like, I'm just going to be flat out honest to a fault. So I did not mean to shame her in that. And if that's what she took from it, I am deeply sorry.
Well, thanks for answering that.
Yeah, it was a little wild. So just interesting to hear a year and a half later. And I think, she said, well, my phone was always open. Why didn't you text me about this and apologize? I didn't know about it. I didn't know that was it throughout our whole relationship. I didn't know it was just that one conversation.
Yeah. I mean, you could have been like, well, now I'm wearing 3-inch heels because of you.
Hey, I'm not sure by any means, but
how tall are you?
Like, now I have to use a
I'm
penis
6
phone.
foot.
Yeah. Oh,
a true 6 foot.
A true 6 foot.
Yeah, not 6'5".
And then when you wear boots,
That's
you're
true.
like 6'2". So
there you go.
And they live in Colorado, so I feel like you probably wear boots a lot.
Yeah.
I'm also from Montana, so it's
really? What part?
Like I'm not Billings, Montana.
Okay.
Are you a little bit of a cowboy?
a fake cowboy probably. But I'll wear the getup, you know. So yeah, I don't know.
Do you think your current girlfriend is the one?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. I think so. But hey, I'm not, you know, you've seen me in the past. So I say that now, and then you see me.
What is it about
later on.
I was going to say, what is it about your current girlfriend that makes you feel like there is longevity? Because the other two women, you were like, yeah, I kind of knew there wasn't anything. So what is different?
No, I mean, like I was like 22, 23. Yeah, 22 when I met my first, you know, long-term relationship. You know, great person. She's married now, has a kid, much happier. Fantastic. I think she, you know, is a beautiful soul as well. And so, but that's kind of what you learn, right? You go through, and you start dating, you get engaged, you marry, you have kids. And I knew at a certain point that like, I'm probably not bringing the best out of her. She's not bringing the best out of me. I think we're both not happy. And so she wanted to go through that with that. And I've seen a lot of divorce, right, around the world in my family. And that's not something that I wanted to go through with, right? It took me a lot longer, but yes. And then so the second one, it just was going to be the same thing. I could try, I could sacrifice on who I really am and mold myself in to fit her better. But I don't think that's the way it should be. I think I would have been unhappy, and I think she would have been unhappy. I think she's going to find a guy that's going to treat her right and, you know, let her be her in all the right ways. And so I hope that happens. And with Avery now, I think I am able to, you know, kind of be myself and you know, happy, joyous, and just, you know, I think I make her better as well. So I think back and forth that we're just a lot better fit than the last two.
Well, thanks for saying, Joe. This has been a lot of fun, man. I appreciate you answering our questions and having some fun with us. Best of luck in the future in your relationship and just life in general, and wishing you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
All right,
Thanks,
take care, Joe.
Yep. Bye.
He kind of looks like Jason Priestley from 90210. Just saying.
You didn't like him the whole season. Do you like him now?
He's definitely a lot more charming. Not watching him from an outside perspective, dating
Sierra,
someone.
I'm with you. Porn stashes are back. I know that they had a bad rap, but like people are bringing it back, and it is hot.
He looks He looks like Jason Priestley and Jacob Elordi had a baby.
He looks like he'd wreck your life.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Is he the one I called Walmart Jacob Elordi?
Maybe.
By the way, I see why Madison kept going back to him though. He's funny. He's got that riz where it's like he just keeps you wanting to like go back even though you know you shouldn't.
I know he lives in Denver, but he's from the East Coast, right?
He's from Montana.
Montana?
Mm.
That's an accent from Montana? Girl, I need to get out. But yeah, no, I was like, oh my God, I love it because he seems like somebody you want to like go have a drink at the bar with after
Boston?
At the bar. Yeah.
He does give Boston.
He gives like, I don't give a fuck.
I think it's the
Italian in him.
charming dirtbag energy. Yeah.
Italian in him.
I mean that as a compliment.
Charming dirtbag energy. That's a great way to put it. Well, I'm not saying he's a dirtbag, but it's like that energy.
Like
you know?
like in New Girl, what's his name?
Nick.
Nick from New Girl.
Yeah. 1000%. It's giving Nick.
Charming,
Absolutely.
sweet, but like, have you changed these sheets in the last month?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
That's my dream.
You know, that's one
to
question I
give
didn't
for
ask
someone.
him.
How often do you change your sheets?
Well, and Joe, if you're listening, no disrespect, but he's kind of giving his mom did his laundry into his 20s.
Yeah. Navy blue sheets.
Navy blue sheets.
Yes.
He's just a guy. He's just a boy.
He's just a boy.
One pillow in the corner of the room.
One pillow.
Is the bed in the corner of the room? Or do you have
navy blue
nightstands?
sheets and they're that jersey material.
He's just a boy
and
with a type.
they're really pilled. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No headboard in sight. Yeah.
Oh, anyways. Staying on the
just a
Love
boy.
is Blind train, we do have Myles Smith, who just performed at the reunion and who is just popping off on the charts. Let's bring him in. There he is.
Myles, thanks for joining us. We loved your appearance on the reunion of Love is Blind. Also, one of my members of the household.
Hello.
She's a big Steelers fan. I'm just a big football fan, and we enjoyed your halftime performance.
Yeah.
Over in Ireland, man. Yeah. Which of those two kind of big moments for you was more enjoyable, or did you feel like a bigger response from?
You know what? I think like the distance of Dublin to home is so much shorter than London to LA. So it was really nice having it on my doorstep.
Yeah. You just pop in and out.
Yeah.
Are you an American football fan at all, or is it mostly just soccer for you, or neither?
I sort of like sit and like watch American football with no idea what's happening, and like when people cheer, I cheer, so it's a good vibe. But like soccer all day for me.
When you found out about the Love is Blind opportunity, did you know about the show at all? Did you was your team just like, hey, we got this cool opportunity for you, and you're like, sure? Or like, did you realize just how big of a show it is, especially here in the States?
You know what? It's one of those things that like periodically make their way through the group chat, and it'll be like a clip from like Twitter or TikTok, and like I'd seen some wild stuff. So when it came to fruition that like I was going to be invited on the show, I was like, don't know if I could swear, but I was like,
you can swear.
Yeah.
The whole premise of Love is Blind, like, do you think you could do something like that? Or, because I always say that love is not blind for me. There's no way, like it's part of it, like I want to see what that person looks like.
I mean, for me, I think love's like partially blind, it's like, you could figure your way around the room, but
love is squinty.
You can figure your way around the room.
I think for me, it's like that show is like, it takes some real courage, and some real confidence to be able to do it. And I respect every single person that goes on there and puts their heart on the line, but it's super scary, like you don't know who you're marrying, and that's wild.
Stargazing has been absolutely blowing up. It's everywhere. How has that been for you?
It's been a wild sort of like 2 years, I went sort of from like, being at home and like trying to figure out how I was going to make this music thing work to sort of playing around the world multiple times, which has been super awesome. Just, being able to sort of travel the world with my best friends like 4 or 5 times in the last like year has been just absolutely unbelievable.
You make some amazing love songs. I personally have used them for my carousels for my engagement, so thank you. But what puts you in a headspace to be able to write such beautiful like love songs? Is it from your personal life? Is it just like what is your inspiration for these beautiful love songs?
For me, it's like a mix and match, from like personal life and experiences, but also like the people around me, like some of my best friends is, the last couple of years they've got married or they've had kids or, seeing all of their journeys and seeing how they've like come to life has just been so inspiring and beautiful to watch and see. And so for me, it's like I take inspiration from all around me, and it's just, it's thanks for calling them beautiful. That means a lot.
Do your friends kind of come to you and be like, hey, listen, we're getting married. We need a first dance song. Could you come up with something for us? We need you to put it out.
It's usually like, hey, we're getting married. Like, please don't pull out your guitar at the wedding.
Do you ever do that? You could pull out your guitar at mine. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, I'm there.
You recently just finished touring with Ed Sheeran. That must have been a really cool experience. What was that like?
Yeah, man. I mean, to be on tour with the best ginger in the world is something that you don't get to do every day. And, I'm lucky enough to call him a friend, but no, what an experience, like I was never great at sport. So the fact that all my mates who are in sports, like I said, I've played in stadiums before you, just feels really freaking good. But to play to, 50 to 100,000 people every night for like 4 months of my life was something that I'll never forget. And, luckily I get to do it all again next year in the US with him. So it should be a blast, and hopefully see some of you guys down there.
Do you have any fun stories from tour? Like any fun anecdotal things that you and Ed did or you did before a show or meeting someone?
Yeah, I mean, Ed has a lot of famous friends, which is like super awesome. So like loads of like actors and football players and stuff would just appear backstage, and I don't know, like I'd honestly be there like, how the fuck have I got myself in this situation? And just absolutely like loved every second of it. But also, just the fun and the laughs along the way, like you sort of become roommates when you're together that long, and you just have such great times. And it's really awesome just to be able to go on the road with him and to be able to learn so much, but also just have so much fun behind the scenes. And yeah, he's a super fun guy.
Who was the most surreal celebrity you got to meet that you got pretty almost like surprisingly giddy about?
I was lucky enough to be in the Time 100 last year as like 100 most influential people. I still think it's a mistake, but I somehow got in there. But that room was wild. There was like Snoop Dogg, like Serena Williams, Simone Biles, and Like, I was so out of place. I was like, I'm definitely number 100 out of the 100 most influential, but I will take it. And that was that. I think Snoop Dogg for me was pretty sick. And like, yeah, I remember me being like, "You're right," and he was just like, "Yeah," and I was like, "That's my life made."
You released a song called River, and our daughter's name is River. What was kind of like your thought process behind
Man, that's
that song?
beautiful. Well, what an amazing name. Behind the song River, I not to get too deep, but I went through sort of a lot of my own sort of like battles and struggles with sort of like mental health in like my early 20s, and really was trying to figure out who I was, and really trying to figure out life, and without getting too dark, like if I even wanted to experience it, and it was really a big moment in my life where a lot of people sort of like helped me through that patch. And that song is almost me sort of like using their words and all the things that they'd say to me in that time to help me get through and put it in a song. And I felt like for me, it's like if I needed to hear those words, maybe someone else did. And so I put it into the song River.
One of our producers' husbands in the music business, and they gave us a little tea on you. It turns out, and maybe this is wrong, I don't know, but you love Fireball, the drink.
Are you okay? What's crosswired in your brain that makes you like Fireball?
Like that was like so 10 years ago.
Oh man, that's embarrassing, isn't it? You know what? I'd only gone to America for the first time like 4 years ago now, and I remember I think I was in Barney's Beanery in like LA or something. Yeah, Sticky Floors karaoke night.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. No.
And someone had handed me a shot of Fireball, and like it was like my world had just opened up, and yeah. I was like, I've never had this. I've got a banging headache the next day, and my sugar's spiking. However, I still stand by it. It's one of the best Asian things ever.
Wow.
I'll take one. Put like some kind of like car oil in Fireball, or like some crazy chemical.
I don't know. It just reminds me of being like a freshman in college.
Yeah. Good times.
Also, it says here you really like salmon. Was that like, were you in LA and like an all-you-can-eat salmon buffet, and like you really made an impression on someone?
That's
though.
Good. I need to speak to Slim Dad and Jesse. I know that's come from there. Yeah, no, I love salmon. It's like I don't eat meat, and so it's the next best thing for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, it's a good fish. It's the least fishiest of fishes.
So you taught yourself to play guitar and piano at the age of 12?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wow.
Why? Were you like, I am bored. I'm just
for me, it's like I said before, I was really terrible at like sports, and like I really didn't fit in when I was younger. I was like not cool. I was either way too chubby and had loads of spots on my face, or way too skinny and my head was too big for my shoulders. And so, I found like myself in this situation where I was like, I couldn't really fit in. And so finding an instrument was almost like finding a friend. And I didn't grow up with much money, so lessons weren't an option. So I sort of like used books and stuff to figure it out myself.
Wow.
Well, you're very cool now.
Look, I was about to say, look at you now.
Yeah.
If you were on a desert island and you can only take like one song with you to listen the entire time you're on that desert island, what song?
One of his songs, or any song period?
Any song period. If you can only listen to one song.
Oh, definitely Destiny Child's I'm a Survivor.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's go. Okay. Myles, this has been so much fun. Thanks for taking the time, man. And congratulations on all your success. Don't forget about us when you are...
we'll be headlining
headlining all across the world, man. I expect big things for you in the future. I mean, you're already doing great things, but it seems like the sky's the limit, man.
Super appreciate you guys. Hopefully see you guys at some shows next year.
All right, appreciate you, buddy. Talk to you later.
He really was
His
so
new
cool.
EP, A Moment, A Minute, out now. Go stream it. Great guy.
This episode is sponsored by Regain Couples Therapy, powered by BetterHelp. People, we've talked about the benefits of therapy, whether it's individual therapy or couples therapy. That is something that Nan and I benefit from, both as individuals and as a couple. We always say that therapy is better served when it's treated like a bicycle helmet and not reconstructive surgery. Certainly, depending on where you are in your relationship, maybe you could benefit from either. But it's so helpful to stay connected with your partner. Sometimes relationships are lost in the things that are unsaid. Day to day, you're kind of feeling alone. You're not sure how to get things out. But sometimes just a little conversation with a mental health professional can go a long way. especially for your relationship. Regain therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. Regain does the initial matching work for you and your partner so you and your partner can focus on your relationship goals. A short-term questionnaire helps you identify the needs and preferences, and if you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recs. It's so important to get a therapist that you and your partner connect with, especially when it comes to couples therapy, because you don't want to feel teamed up on. You really want to feel that this person has both individuals' best interests in mind. I can't say enough about how beneficial therapy can be for your relationship. And if you have been struggling to get your partner to go, the convenience of Regain Couples Therapy is so great because you're just like, just try it. You know, we don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to drive anywhere. We can just flip open our laptop, our tablet, our phone, and start connecting with your partner right away. See why people wish they had tried couples therapy sooner. Visit regain.com/VIALL today to get 10% off your first month. That is regain.com/VIALL.
Vapes and pouches keep you hooked in a cycle of nicotine spikes, crashes, and constant cravings, plus you're inhaling chemicals or irritating your gums. Quitting isn't just about fighting cravings, it's about making better habits, and Jones gets that. Jones' mission is to create a judgment-free journey to a healthier life, help people successfully quit nicotine, and redefine what it means to be a quitter through a combination of personalized plans, nicotine replacement therapy, behavioral support, and community. Quit with Jones provides a science-backed approach that includes an app, behavioral coaching via text, and FDA-approved nicotine mints to support individuals on their journey to quitting.
Let's get real, people. We know many of us have jumped on the nicotine craze, whether it's through vaping or your nicotine patches. And many of us, feel like it's just like, maybe this is something I should cut back on. And if that is you, you need to check out Quit with Jones.
With Jones, there's no smoke, no vapor, no hidden chemicals, just a discreet and tasty mint. Pop one when cravings hit, no smell, no clouds, no stepping outside. When cravings come, play Quiddle or connect with 10,000 plus others on the same path. It's free, fast, and surprisingly fun. To start, all you have to do is take the Jones quiz. A quick quiz helps you find your ideal mint strength, 2 milligrams or 4 milligrams, using the same model that doctors use. Then next, if you have a craving, you take a mint, use the mint when cravings hit, and let it dissolve slowly. Do not chew it, and then track your progress through the app. It helps you log usage, build streaks, and stay motivated. Plus, get daily text tips and support along the way. Simple, smart, and supportive.
If you're ready to take the next step towards quitting or even just a safer nicotine option, check out Quit with Jones. Visit quitwithjones.com/VIALL to take a free quiz and use code VIALL to get $10 off your personalized quitting journey. That's quitwithjones.com/VIALL. Taking back control starts now. Thanks to Quit with Jones for sponsoring this episode. Just a heads up, the mints contain nicotine, which is an addictive chemical. Jones is FDA approved and available for those who are 18 years and older. Have you heard of Goldbelly? Well, this amazing site that we order from all the time where you can get the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants all across the U.S. Guys, if you haven't heard about Goldbelly, you really need to jump on board. It's such a fun way to enjoy some of the most iconic restaurants across this great country. It's such a great, unique way to have a fun date, especially if, you've probably watched all these food channels. Many of these restaurants like Peter Luger, who have been featured across some of the iconic restaurant shows, now you can bring the food to you wherever you are.
And what is so fun is that Nick and I actually had one of our first dates at a Peter Luger. So whenever we have that anniversary come around, we're always ordering from Goldbelly. Also, if you're hosting Thanksgiving this year, host it without the stress. And with the Black Friday around the corner, it's a great time to pre-order holiday gifts that ship right to their door. Goldbelly can ship smoked turkey from Salt Lick Barbecue in Texas, savory sides like lobster mac and cheese straight from Maine, and legendary desserts like the 3-in-1 pie cakin to make hosting a breeze. And they make beautiful holiday gifts you can send to anyone across the country, like New York's famous Junior's cheesecake and more. This Thanksgiving, I know for sure I will be ordering the original pie cakin. It's an epic mashup dessert handcrafted by Chef Zach Young, featuring a layered trio of pecan pie, pumpkin pie, and spice cake, all bound together by a cinnamon buttercream and crowned with apple pie filling. I know my family is going to be obsessed with it, and they're going to want me to bring it every single year.
So if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift or want to impress your friends and family with an epic Thanksgiving, go to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code VIALL. That is Goldbelly, GOLDBELLY.com, code VIALL for 20% off your first order.
Myles Smith, what a lovely human being. So sweet.
So kind.
So sweet.
I love him.
I feel like Love is Blind reunions get the people that are going to majorly blow up. You know what I mean? Like Alex Warren, they had Alex Warren, but she was already someone. and then massively blew up like right after it.
Same with Myles Smith, already someone performing with Ed Sheeran and the Steelers-Vikings game.
And they find people who just write songs
Ireland.
so beautifully about love.
Like family
you
kind of
know?
oriented, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to get into some recaps. We have Real Housewives of Potomac.
Potomac was wild this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And so was Salt Lake City.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Let's start with Potomac.
Well, if you missed the most recent episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, here is your rapid recap. Stacey denies hooking up with Chris Samuels. Talk about length. Talk about drama. Talk about stones. Talk about Chris Samuels. Wendy was one time sexually attracted to a stripper with braces. Tia is more into Rachel Maddow type.
The Rachel Maddow type.
That was crazy.
Tia is more into the Rachel Maddow type. If Angel had to kill someone in the group, she would kill Giselle. Giselle is happy about this because it means she has a pulse. Giselle tried to backtrack the catfish comment and apologizes, but Angel isn't really buying it. Wendy doesn't want to coddle Angel and Kate because they're always bad vibes. Wendy also doesn't think Ashley Darby has the vocal range to sing Roberta Flack. In other words, she's killing her softly with the song, but not in the way it was intended. Angel reveals that she was being cool and fun with the girls. That wasn't really her. That was her annoyed. Giselle has decided to be serious about finding a man, and it might be this new man. Stacey sends the best selfie ever taken by anyone asking for sex with me with her husband Timu.
It's Timo, but I wrote Timu.
Oh, on purpose.
Yeah.
All right, Timu. He responds with, I think you have the wrong number. All-time legendary Diva Lena housewife alert. Stacey is the moment. Meanwhile, Wendy is getting sicky and doesn't want to work, but she can still bang on the drum all day. At dinner, Angel wants to make sure she's not on the menu. She's not. She's just the appetizer. The main course is Kay. Apparently, her and Jazzy have beef, so the meal is not vegan. This is either a callback or foreshadowing to Melissa Gorga's wife swap episode, depending on where it lands in our recap. So just go with it, please, dear household.
We're not recapping it, but veganism was present. Yeah.
I feel like it's another pile on Stacey, which I'm getting tired of.
Let the girl live.
Yeah,
also,
they're mean.
Angel is kind of giving Brittany Bateman, what about me? Like, not her. She constantly is like bringing up herself as like, are we going to do this again with me? Am I going to be on the menu again? It's like, no, bitch, we forgot.
Also, but now you are.
Now we are.
I do think she kind of ate, no pun intended.
Ate with what?
When she was confronting, when Giselle was apologizing to her, because I do think this is a situation where you have Giselle, a single woman, and Angel, who is happily married. And she was like, well, kind of like, at least I got a man, because I feel like
Giselle has a man.
Giselle has a man.
Football player guy.
But I mean, like, Giselle's
dating.
She's dating. She's figuring it out. Maybe she's with him now. Maybe she's with him
not
later.
A real wag yet.
Which also, Love Hotel was a dud. Just putting that
But
out
it was also
there.
a fake ass apology. So that's what I was
Giselle,
also proud of
course.
too. That she was like, when she's got her little lackeys behind her, she's like, yeah, that doesn't look like you. You're fake.
I only say it just because, like, if from a dating context, like on the dating apps, or like if you're out there like trying to meet people online, like you deserve to be called out if you're presenting yourself as someone who like isn't what you're posting on the internet. On the flip side, if you're using your social media is a way to, like, I don't know, however you want it, like, and make yourself feel good about a time, or set a goal for yourself, whatever it is. Like, if you're not trying to meet someone, if you're not representing yourself a certain way, then like you can post whatever the fuck you want.
One housewife getting onto another housewife about use of Facetune. I'm like,
It's
come
crazy.
on.
Absurd.
And then
Come
Jazzy having the
on.
audacity to be like, yeah, Tia, you do too much. You do too much. And her being like, thank you. Like, no, Jazzy, you can't. You can't.
I love Tia. She's my absolute favorite on this show.
Tia's
I like
awesome.
Tia,
Tia being into Rachel Maddow is awesome.
But I think it is just fucked up that, like, Angel did just have a baby. And like Kay said, she's pumping on this trip. And it's like, Bravo A did her dirty by showing flashbacks of her on the red carpet and like pre-baby, and then like trying to prove that, you know, we all look different after having a baby. You don't, and that's the most beautiful part about it, is that you're not who you once were. You are a new person. You're a mom. You're in this new phase of life. You look different. Embrace that you look different. But for Giselle, who has children, to come after her for like being this catfish, who, to Nick's point, she's not trying to find a man. Like, and to Angel's point, she's like, my husband likes this, loves me. Sorry.
You know what her husband's probably not doing? Following her on Instagram and looking at every post that she's posting, because he sees her every day.
Yeah, but I feel like Giselle's coming to this argument like as someone who like is out there still, like, you know, trying to make sure she looks good for the
Get
right
a
person.
man.
You
Yeah,
know?
like, and Angel's not your competition. Like, so you don't need to call it out.
It's crazy. I do find Angel annoying that she talks about Bobby all the time.
Like,
Bobby
we
just
get
sent
it,
me
you're
a
a
cool
wag.
Bobby just sent me a cool
Like-
5,000 to buy some artwork at the little farmer's market.
And to Giselle's point, it's like, yeah, no, these women take a lot of pride in being self-made and having their businesses and being strong, independent women. So it's like, yeah, you don't need to flex that your husband sent you a little allowance to go shopping.
Yeah, it's like,
is that for all of us, or because if you're gonna talk about it, you better be sharing it.
he's a football player.
Sean Springs? Is that
No, Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby
Bobby.
Massey is an American former professional football offensive tackle. He played college football at Mississippi. He played for the Cardinals. He also played for the Bears and the Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was he a 10-year starter?
Curtis Samuels,
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
Curtis Samuels was very, very good.
Not Curtis, it's Chris.
Chris, him same. He's also really, really good.
I do have a question. Have you guys seen Stacy's QVC videos?
Oh my God, when it's
No.
the Merry Christmas and the I love you. And she's like, imagine you with your girlfriends wearing this sweater that says I love you, doing a photo shoot,
She was made for that.
and you
She
love
was.
each other.
Talk about length.
Talk about length.
Talk about drama.
Ah.
Talk about stones. Talk about
It's called
comfort.
QVC.
Did you buy
I
it?
love it.
QVC.
I would. Deborah Vance dead. Stacy Roush. Is it Roush?
But the other women just don't fuck with her.
It is hard to watch. It's hard to just see them every single episode. And she handles it very well of just like,
I was going to say that I think she's in on the bit as well, because I'm like the sharing of the selfie with the husband and the response being like, I think you have the wrong number. Like, that's one thing I would have kept to myself. He loved it.
but I think that
He's
just goes,
German. He has a
think-
different sense of humor.
I actually have to leave right now because I need to go video chat. Like, no.
I think that goes to show just like how comfortable she is, that she's like, no, this is like his humor. This is how he talks, you know, like to the point where she's like, why would I like not? This is him. Like, this is what, and Ashley, of course, immediately runs to Giselle
Yeah.
to like talk
Her
some
husband
shit.
hates
Stacey
her.
walks in and be like, stop talking about me.
I just think it's like in Timu. I know his name is not Timu, but I will be calling him Timu. I know Timu is like, but like that's some shit I would do. Like, I think you have the wrong number. Like, that's funny. Come on, they can't do a bit.
It was funny.
They can't do a bit. Ashley Darby.
It's giving. They're jealous of her.
I was going to say she's giving main character energy because everybody's talking about
yeah.
her.
Mhm.
And she, you know, Stacey is a very beautiful woman,
Mhm.
and it's giving. They're a little jealous that they're hating on the pretty girl.
Right. That's so true.
Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Mhm.
But it's just like you guys are so
I mean, they're all gorgeous. So
Me-
it's like,
sure, but they're focusing on Stacey and picking on Stacey, and it's giving they're a little insecure about standing
why do you
next
think
to
Brittany
Stacey.
gets picked on so much?
Bateman?
Maybe.
You think they're all jealous of her? That she's a pretty girl?
No.
Well, I mean,
Oh, she is beautiful.
she is beautiful,
Yeah.
but I think you know that Brittany's dating Brittany's dating drama with.
Well, last season we had Stacey with TJ, which I think was an easy.
Yeah.
maybe so.
Tyga,
I think what
I'm
it
new to
is-
Potomac,
I
so
think-
she's got a clean slate for me.
I think what it is both Stacey and Brittany have massive theater kid energy, and it's just really easy to pick on them. I think that's what it is.
She's
I
a
think
little
they just,
silly. She's a
Yeah.
little unserious.
Well, speaking of Brittany, it was a jaw-dropping, eyes glued to the screen episode of Salt Lake City.
Always.
So good.
So good.
You know what I never thought I would say? One place I would want to be stranded is on a mega yacht with these women.
Heather's really. This is Heather's season.
she's doing
Heather's
the
thriving.
she's doing the
Yeah.
She
dance.
doesn't give a fuck about. She's like picking the right people. She's Team Brawin now. She,
Mhm.
you know, like we
Oh.
love that. She is fine. You know, she is no longer caring about what Lisa thinks,
No,
Mhm.
I
and
love
she is
that.
free to make her own choices and decisions.
And what I really like is she's being super genuine about it. She's like, I'm not going to turn on Lisa. I'm just like, I want to actually be friends with you. And that involves being like, what the fuck are you saying right now?
Right.
Well, that was the thing too, where she was like, when she's kind of like, oh, I like Bronwyn and I don't know why. I'm like, yes, because you're out of Lisa's ass.
Yeah, exactly.
That Bronwyn's actually a fun time.
Well, if you have no idea what we're talking about and you missed the most recent episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, here is your rapid recap. Bronwyn slept on the deck, presumably because she's anti-unicorn and not because she hates Brittany's beautifully silly guts. Lisa hopes everyone will apologize to her. Angie just hopes she can stop throwing up. Lisa also thinks Brittany's crush on Captain Jason is disrespectful because he's not interested. God forbid a woman has hobbies. Lisa and Bronwyn then get into it because Lisa was talking shit on the lower level of the yacht. Mary wishes Angie would throw up again so that they could go back to their bed a la Paige DeSorbo, but thank God Angie is not in fact throwing up. She's confronting Lisa about spreading a rumor that Todd was making out with another woman while farting the entire time.
Grow up.
It's giving stinky old man.
Stinky old man. I can't believe
Are you
that's
picturing
real.
Todd farting right now?
It's a little flatulent.
No.
Say it.
I can't see. I'm crying. Okay. Bronwyn says Lisa is dead to her unless they're contractually obligated to film together. Mary is clocking that Meredith isn't standing on business when it comes to defending Lisa. So is Lisa, for that matter. Mary also thinks Meredith is being snooze fest. Meredith would like to be excluded from this narrative, but don't worry, she's just warming up. Heather has decided to like Bronwyn and is really enjoying it. Brittany face plants in the sand while necking off her drink. Also, Angie really can't catch a break because after Bronwyn gets her to put on an inflatable seahorse costume, she slams her hand in the door and starts gushing blood. Truly, what did our girl do to deserve this? And then it's zombie night for dinner. Incredible outfits all around, 10 out of 10. Lisa promises once again that she will never bring up Todd. And she's really serious about it this time, you guys. She promises. Brittany is now the one throwing up. So naturally, she drinks more tequila. Meredith thinks that's gross. So Brittany tells her she saw a TikTok about Seth's possible indiscretions. Uh-oh. Hopefully Meredith wasn't already preheating and her scary British accent doesn't come out. Spoiler alert, it does. Seth doth not have a mistress. Read in British. Please, Natalie. XXX. Then she says Brittany is a liar and a malicious, despicable person. The display of casual cruelty by the girls once again drives Captain Jason away from the dessert table, but the zombie ice cream cake was delish, according to Heather, and that's the episode.
This episode was...
It was a lot.
It was a bad
Awesome.
episode for Meredith and Lisa.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about... We can talk bad about Lisa.
No, the fact that Bronwyn is literally like, we need to stop going after the husbands, and not 30 seconds later, Brittany's like, well, I saw a TikTok about
But
that.
let me defend Brittany. And was that too far? Of course, she should not have
All
done it.
Meredith said was, why are you drinking tequila
No, but, like,
immediately after you
Meredith-
throw
Which
Meredith-
up?
honestly was a valid question.
I had the same
It's
question
the way
when
she
I
asked
did
the
it.
question. When it comes to Brittany, Meredith's a bully. She just is. She
Brittany
tries to
said
bully Brittany.
Brittany said she has seizures.
Yeah.
Brittany's retaliating to these women just being mean to her.
Okay,
And-
well, Meredith, like Brittany saying Meredith has seizures is crazy.
You know what it's giving? It's giving little girl. It's Mary's relationship with Whitney
Yeah.
around season 1 and 2, where it was like Meredith sees Brittany as like a little girl.
Mhm.
So anytime she does anything, she's like, shut up. Like, don't talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But then finally, like, I think Brittany's just kind of tired of it and fighting back. And like, she definitely goes for the jugular. But like, you're treating her like a little girl, and Brittany's acting in kind. Like, all right, well, I'm just gonna be the 10-year-old that you think I am, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say the meanest, most hurtful thing. But like, if all they did was treat Brittany just like a normal person, Brittany would be the nicest person to everyone. That's why I blame Meredith for it, because like, Brittany just wants to be kind. She wants to be kind to people.
But that's the beauty of Brittany Bateman on the show, is that they're not going to be nice to her, so
Fine,
she's
but I'm
always
just
going to
saying,
try.
Meredith, it's Meredith's fault that accusation came out.
I don't know. I disagree wholeheartedly. You can the group of women, they've agreed. Let's not. Brittany doesn't like it when when they're talking about Jared and her sucking a lot of dick or whatever the fuck with Jared. They don't
But
like
they do it.
but she doesn't like it.
I know.
So then how come when they literally all agree, like kids and spouses are off limits, guys, we have to stop coming after them. And to literally have Meredith be like, why are you drinking tequila after you just threw up?
I don't know. Why are people making TikToks about Seth?
Literally, it's like, oh, well, I guess if you want to talk about me drinking tequila, we can talk about Seth's indiscretions that I saw on TikTok. You didn't see it. It's everywhere.
Why? But they treat
That's
Mary like a
crazy.
10-year-old and they want her to be the bigger person?
Brittany, yeah.
Brittany.
No, I mean,
Brittany.
definitely both are true because it's like, why is Meredith nagging about the tequila? I thought you said you weren't talking to Brittany. Don't talk to Brittany.
But then
also
for Meredith to be like, I would say that to anyone.
No, you wouldn't. But Meredith has a point too where she's like, should we talk about all the trolls on everybody?
Exactly.
It's like there's troll comments and there's like legitimate things, and that's where I respect
it.
that.
It was definitely it was a low blow of Brittany. I just like
It wasn't Meredith's fault that Brittany gave her a low blow. I think regardless, Brittany was going to pull that card out at some point in this season.
Mm-hmm.
She showed it to Whitney before Meredith ever came at her.
And Whitney was like, that's bullshit. We're not going to talk about it.
She's just arming herself up because she knows they're going to be like knocking her down.
I just want to know, how do they have Wi-Fi in the middle of the ocean? Because I thought about this. I was like scrolling on TikTok.
It's a mega yacht. It's like having a hotel on the ocean. They have.
They got a big satellite.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
If they're shooting an episode of TV, I would imagine they have Wi-Fi.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Plus the FaceTime calls. Yeah, they're like, we need the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the FaceTime calls. I was like, where are y'all at?
Mary's commentary about like not knowing what's more offensive, the farting or the
what's
kissing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So funny.
Also, like, I really just give like old. I feel like that's half of it. It's like they're really just like pointing at his age that he was like farting while making out.
100%. That's why I think it's bullshit too, because I'm like, Lisa, you went for Bronwyn with gout dick sucker. If you had this in your arsenal, you would have used it. So that was spreading a rumor to hurt Bronwyn down the line.
And then not her being like talking to Meredith, being like, don't ever trust Angie with anything because she's gonna. And Angie been like, no, don't talk shit about your friends.
Thank you.
Like, that's the point of this whole thing. Not
Lisa's
that
face
when
Angie called her out was awesome.
She that's her version of admitting she did it.
Yeah.
And she was like,
her tells her
nothing to
mouth
say.
twitch.
She's like, you're right. I did say that.
Well, it's also like, speaking of like Lisa and Meredith, it's just the one thing, I'm a Meredith defender through and through, but the one thing I don't get is like, why are you friends with Lisa?
Yeah.
Like, I don't, and I know she's always like, I don't know why people like to question our friendship. And it's like, it's because it doesn't make any sense. The way she was treating you, like when you guys woke up in the morning, she was like, I don't like that you didn't defend me. And Meredith was like, I did in my way. You know me well enough by now to know that I'm going to lawyer my way out of this shit and also kind of defend you while doing it and staying out of the drama until I go nuclear.
Well, how did you feel about Mary kind of jumping on Lisa's bandwagon with Meredith saying, you don't say anything?
I think Meredith hates Meredith.
Mary hates Meredith.
That hurt my feelings.
Anything that comes out of Mary's mouth is chef's kiss, gold, put it in a treasure chest.
It was awesome.
Let's save it for
and I love that Mary has no problem ending a conversation. And like, she's just like, I will say the most hurtful thing if you will get up and get out of my face. And I don't feel bad.
She's like, you need to come up with a story because you're a snooze.
Because you're boring.
And I was like, let her cook.
Let her come up with a story.
She will.
I appreciate Meredith's presence this season. I think you need the one that reacts dramatically out of nowhere.
I appreciate all their presence.
All of them. I was like, Angie right now, like gold star, throwing up the first one, slamming her hand in an inflatable. Like Connor and I were watching, like, this poor woman.
No, her hand, when it started bleeding, I was like,
Connor was like,
it's serious.
He's like, I think it's bad. I think she broke it. And then he's like, is that blood?
Also, it's
oh
like,
my God, it is.
Why was my slasher movie low-key realistic?
They did the same thing. I was like, oh my God, they stole Mary's idea.
I was like, okay, Shed Media, are you watching?
If for all the Lisa stans out there, are you a Lisa stan because like you're a Lisa, or do you just like her on your TV screen?
I would love to know.
Question.
I said something last week that Nick said that's concerning when I said I think Lisa's just my spirit animal.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, that's concerning. And I was like, no, I'm not Lisa, but like I would love to reciprocate her energy sometimes.
That's what I want someone to call in with a hot take about is like, if you're a Lisa stan, why? And like, why should that change our minds?
No, I honestly was like, before I watched it, I was like, you know, I want to mix it up. I want to just like find the good in people. And so I was gonna like I'm gonna do nothing but compliment Lisa Barlow this episode. I'm just gonna look for things.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Impossible.
She owned up to it at least once this episode.
She did
and Mary
apologize.
said, good job.
Hardly.
Yeah.
It's like
do we think she'll stand by it?
Like
She did it though.
Hey, listen, I don't know who she is in real life.
I am kind of a Lisa stan. I've always said that. I stan the whole cast, but I do love Lisa.
She's great TV.
Yeah, I think the show is boring without her.
Yeah, 100%. She's great television.
And I do respect.
Not a good friend.
I do respect someone that's like, well, if you're gonna come for me, I'm gonna come back. Like,
regardless if it's husband out of it.
Yeah, that's the whole
I agree.
point of Angie being like, we're at this dinner where you're literally like, I love you guys no matter what. Like, we'll get through it even when we fight. I love you guys, and then to be like, oh my God, by the way, I heard that Todd was.
And that's where
crazy.
I say I love her, but also I'm like, you use your power for wrong, Lisa.
And also what she should have done was after that dinner when she met up with Bronwyn and they agreed to stop talking, she should have been like, hey, by the way, like I did tell Angie this rumor last time we were at this dinner. It might come out. So, but that's just not who she is. She's incapable of doing that.
And I do appreciate Todd's commentary back about it too, where he was just kind of like, I don't understand why I'm becoming a punchline.
Because that also made me sad that he was proved right. Like I wanted Bronwyn to be able to like call Todd and like vent to him about what's going on, but I knew Todd would be like, well, I told you so.
But I mean, at the same time, to his point, like it's like, why is it about me now? Now I'm out making out and farting with people. Like, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah.
When I just want to be left the fuck out of it and have to sit and have ice cream with you while you cry at me, being mad at me for stealing your cherries.
One foot in the grave and another on the banana peel.
You know,
we'll see if they make it to short next week.
Well, continuing with great television, we have Timothy Simons from Nobody Wants This, a gem of a human being, and a great conversation. He's up next.
Tim, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back. This is exciting. There are more people here this time.
More people. Yeah, Tim was on like 5 years ago.
Was it like a charity case you were doing? Like, did you have like
my
community
appearing
service?
on the show was a charity done by by letting us appear.
No, I was really excited. It was, it was definitely before I knew what the Viall Files was, figuring itself out. It was young. Sure. It was early in its days. It was going through puberty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just a big fan of Tim from Veep.
Yes.
And so I was like, yeah, bring him on. I don't even know what the fuck we talked about.
I think it was broadly because Matt Walsh and I do a podcast together. And at that point, it was a Veep rewatch. And now it's something different.
Yes.
We were talking like off mic and it was like, that was something we started doing during the pandemic, like back when nobody could do anything. And so everybody said, let's start a podcast. And Walsh and I did that and still going, but in a different format. But that was broadly why we were there.
It was a good time for me.
Yeah.
But now you're on a hit new show. Nobody Wants This.
Yeah.
And we are big fans. We're deep into season 2.
Nice.
We had Jackie Tone season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Lovely.
Jackie is incredible.
She is a gem of a human being.
She is. And also has an amount of energy at all times that is wild.
Have you seen the photo of her dog's tooth that looks like a mitten? A snow mitten?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So she shows that to everybody.
I've seen so many pictures of her dog. Also, her dog's name is Glenn. And I look, I love dogs. I'm a dog person. I have a dog. But also, I would say like once every 3 weeks, I just send like a bunch of text messages to the cast thread making fun of Glenn because his ears are really big. And so I'm just like, all right, like, I'm just going to like go on a bunch of ear jokes about a dog. Nobody's ever laughed at them, but I like doing it.
Are you just doing them back to back?
Yeah, just back to back. Yeah.
And the show's so much fun. I really particularly like your and Jackie's character and just how you guys, portray a married couple who's been married for a long time and going through the ups and downs and the grind of a marriage.
Yeah.
And the way you guys are able to portray that in a charming way, because it's also very realistic and very normal for couples to feel what your characters are feeling. And I really enjoy when you guys are on the screen. It's like a really great, obviously you have Kristen and Adam and their characters obviously being the stars of the show, but I'm really enjoying, your guys' storyline throughout the, season. Obviously in season 2, you guys are figuring out whether you want to have kids or not again. And that all like what, I don't know, what's your relationship status? Are you in?
I'm married.
You're married.
Been married for 17
years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how much, like, when you and Jackie, are you just going off the script? But, like, how do you guys have such chemistry that you have on screen?
It's a good question. I mean, Jackie is somebody who, like, you guys met her. She's someone that's sort of easy to have chemistry with.
Yeah.
I like that sort of, I don't know, man, that seems like a question I don't even know if I'm capable of answering. Because, like, it just kind of feels like chemistry is in a way kind of accidental. I don't think you can really plan for it. Like, I don't think you could have really planned for like Adam and Kristen to have as much chemistry as they do. I think we all just got really lucky that we all, Justine, same deal, like kind of just all got lucky that we have that much chemistry. But that thing, when I think it's something that kind of revealed itself when you're talking about like the relationships part of it, because so much of the first season is the beginning of a new relationship, and like that sort of like all encompassing, like adrenaline fueled, oh my God, like first kiss kind of stuff. And in the second season, it planned, but also in some way by accident, like you're kind of looking at a relationship at its very beginning and not necessarily at its very end, but like much further into it, when it's like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know what your statuses are, but like, like the 1700 kiss is like not as magical as the first one. You know what I mean? Like that's just
kissing you this morning was like the first time.
Oh,
ever,
thank you so much, honey. How much improv do y'all get to do? Like, are you able to play around much?
We are. There's not like a lot of improvisation. Like we shoot really fast. We shoot really fast, and we have to get a lot of stuff done. So there aren't a lot of you hear story like Veep specifically, like we had a sort of, a very heavily scripted show, but we had a rehearsal process that had a lot of improvisation. And there was always the idea that we were going to take a scene, we were going to like go back to the beginning of a scene. And in those first 4 years, Armando would say, just hit all the major beats of this scene, but don't use the same words. And we would just kind of figure out how to make our way through that scene. You're just kind of like, whatever, I won't go on about that. But this is a much more tightly scripted. And I would say that the improvisation is less about trying to find like an incredible joke, as it is a little bit more like interstitial, a little bit more zhuzhy, a little bit more like, well, okay, how do we make this sound a little bit more conversational?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And definitely like the writers are collaborative in that way. So it's not like somebody's Scripty isn't coming up and like pointing to the thing being like, you missed it,
Yeah.
And if we have stuff that's like, this feels weird coming out of your mouth, they'll move it around. But we don't do, you hear about like, Mike Schur, who did The Good Place and who did, who's a writer on The Office for a long time. There was always that idea of like, okay, now we're doing one for fun. We don't really do one for fun on this show because it doesn't really serve what we're trying to get to, if that makes sense.
It does seem very like meeting Jackie, that is her character. Like it feels like it's very written for honestly everyone. And I mean, like, how much of you do you feel like is in Matt?
Weirdly, not a lot outside of, I think they're like, when it comes to like character specifics, we don't overlap a lot, but I feel like worldviews, he and I overlap a lot, especially in the second season. I don't know how far you guys are in, but like, maybe this is too revealing of me, but a little bit like sort of go along, get along and not really talk about anything until it all kind of blows up. Like maybe that's like a worldview thing of like trying to like, or like, learned incompetence. That's a world I fit into pretty well, about like, how can I stay on the fringes and not get in trouble? But also like, I want to have Tuesdays off. You know what I mean? How can I like live a life where I have most Tuesdays off?
I can't help but notice you have your hair highlighted.
I do. It's blonde right now.
Is this like for a character or is this for fun?
It was for fun.
Okay.
The show got nominated for an Emmy, which was very cool. And we got to go, and I've done like a lot of like black tuxedos before. And so like generally I would say like I've been trying to have more fun when it comes to that type of thing. And it truly was like, I don't know, I think it'd be fun to dye my hair blonde. And then I did it, and it turned out it was fun. And then like we just went on like a big like press tour around like the premiere of the show, and I got it redone for that, and now I think I'm just gonna let it grow out. Okay. But no, it was literally just like,
and then the mullet as well. Is that also part of the?
That was just a haircut I really liked, and I mean like you guys like with the first season of the show, I remember thinking that like this guy was probably going to be I kind of assumed he would be a little bit more conservative than he ended up being. and like a little bit more of a straight arrow. And then on like the first costume fitting, our costume designer, whose name is Nagar Ali Klein, she had this idea of doing that, like the reference pictures that she brought in were like Shia LaBeouf and Jonah Hill. Like that's sort of like LA expensive streetwear scumbag thing. And it like just immediately I was like, that's incredible. That's so fun. And so the mullet was kind of like oh shit, I should have had a haircut like that for the first season and I didn't. And so like, let's just do it for the second season. People get haircuts.
Yeah, I thought it was great because it almost like my wife had me do the mullet for a while.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And it's like, I think at our age in life, there's always the risk people will tell us that we're going through a bit of a midlife crisis. But I've gotten that comment a couple times. And even, Matt's character kind of gives like, he's at that stage of life where he's just like kind of trying things out, where it's just like, we when I get older, I'm kind of like, who says I can't do this? You kind of like, you want to, people call it a midlife crisis. I just say I'm staying young,
Speaking of haircut, what happened with your audition for Veep? With a questionable haircut? Did
I have a questionable haircut?
It says that we need to ask you about it.
Oh.
Is what I've heard.
Did I have a questionable haircut? Oh,
do you remember your audition for Veep?
I do. I mean, I think I probably just had
You're like, I thought I looked good. It was my normal haircut.
Thought I looked pretty great.
What I've had for the last 4 years.
I mean, like I am in no way going to stand by my haircut at that time. Like, I was a broke motherfucker. I had whatever cheap ass haircut I could find. I did have to shave my head for the show. I'm trying to remember.
Was that like jarring for you? Have you ever seen your head bald before that moment?
No, not like down to the skin. And my kids are pretty young and they didn't like it. They were like, this isn't,
no, thanks.
We don't like this. No, my haircut for the audition, I actually can't remember. I do remember being nervous about everything. I did like sort of intentionally awkwardly style my hair in a way of like trying to do like character separation from me and Jonah, and of just being like, I parted it the wrong, like opposite how I would normally do it. Like I parted it the other way so that it would just all seem a little bit wrong.
Did they appreciate that about you, or did it
I don't think they noticed. I don't think they ever noticed. I think I was overthinking everything.
What was your favorite Jonah haircut you had?
Weirdly, somebody, you know how it was like daylight saving time over the weekend?
God, yeah.
This is like now every year, twice a year, I guess, like I will get a lot of things on the internet that are like that will correct daylight savings to daylight saving because of that Kent line of it not being plural or possessive. But like somebody just texted me a picture that apparently there's like a video billboard that has me on it saying it's daylight saving time. It's like up there right now. And I didn't know this was happening. But I guess the only reason I'm bringing this up is somebody sent me that picture this morning and I was like, I kind of liked that hair when it was like growing out from being shaved, and it was just like a little bit like a buzz cut. I was like, maybe I should do that. Cut it all off.
Inspo at every corner.
Yeah.
How old are your kids now?
They're 13, about to be 14. We have twins. Yeah.
Boys, girls?
And one of each, yeah.
One of each.
Yeah.
Wow. How is twins in the early stage?
It's a nightmare. It's like a full-on nightmare. Do you guys have kids?
We have one.
We have one.
We're working on
21-month-old girl.
Growing the family. Not too long ago, Nallie's doctor informed her that if we were to try this particular month, there would be a high chance of twins. And
she had just coincidentally gave me an ultrasound and like saw like, oh, you have 2 follicles that would drop and you would have twins this month if you were to try. And Nick and I were like, well.
But it was like a weird thing just knowing that.
Yeah.
Just be like, do we? Huh?
Like having the choice was really
like a
crazy.
weird.
What a beautiful thing it would be. I can't imagine having a child and also having twins. Like twins itself is hard. It's hard. It's like you're just kind of trying to survive to the end of the day. There's like, if you have one, it's like, oh, it's so beautiful, and you read books to them, and, you can like really get in there. And with twins, it's just like, how do we survive this?
And what did y'all do?
we barely survived.
I mean, he's like, I don't remember. I blacked out.
Yeah, like a true blackout situation. I love them and they're incredible. But no, like having two babies at the same time is very hard.
Can you see like they have the twin telepathy? Like, have you been able to see that at all?
I think that's more identicals.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's more for identicals. Every once in a while, we'll catch little glimpses of it. But that might be nurture, not nature.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There is one thing that I remember, like one of the funny things from when they were kids was that like our son, everything sort of verbal, he did first, and everything physical, our daughter did first. And Marty, our son, had like a lot of words. He was a very big talker. And we were like trying to encourage our daughter Hopper to talk. And, we would ask her questions, trying to get her to talk. And then Marty would answer it. And we'd be like, oh, no, Marty, we're asking Hopper. And Hopper would just kind of gesture to Marty like,
he knows.
He just answered it. Like, why? I'm not going to say it now. Like, you have the information.
They're working together.
Yeah.
So you collect Blu-rays?
I do. Oh, thank God you asked. Thank God.
It's still a thing?
Tell us about it.
How are you finding them?
Yeah.
I used to collect also to give you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here
Safe
with
space.
you.
Physical media, baby.
Physical media, baby. This has become a thing that it was during the pandemic, and I think I missed. There were a lot of reasons, of all of which I'm going to tell you.
Please.
God, your audience is going to hate everything I'm about to say, and this is going to be amazing. I think there's that idea of like you buy something on iTunes, you don't actually own it. You own it as long as Apple has the license to be able to stream it to you after having purchased it.
True.
I missed the idea of, and this is also, it goes back to when I was a kid, like the movies that were like on the shelf in the TV room, like they had like this level of importance.
Oh yeah. When you go to someone's house and they have a whole like DVD display, and you're like, oh my God, you have so-and-so? Like, oh,
yeah. And it means
True
like, okay,
Romance?
well, what is
Wow,
it?
what a good
what is it
find,
about that made that important to you? And so that was in there. I think there are a lot of things of like picture quality and sound quality, especially as somebody who considers themselves like a little bit of like a connoisseur of those of movies and TV. Like all of those things are just a lot better. I also generally have like a little bit of a collector vibe, and I don't know, like I also like niche nerd stuff. When I first started, I was on a job in Atlanta. And I found like this pawn shop on the north side of Atlanta that had like an insane collection, and everything was $2. And so I was in there like every week. And
you paid the extra $100 for your suitcase to get back.
I did.
You were overweight.
I was like, oh my God, like I am now at the point I'm gonna have to like send boxes home.
Oh wow.
And then it just sort of like led me into a whole like little underworld of doing it.
Has your wife been supportive of this?
Incredibly supportive.
Good
However,
for her.
last week, one showed up. One showed up. Like, and there have been times where like, Criterion has like twice yearly sales where maybe like 10 will show up. And there was this thing, like I opened one and she just went, we have a lot of those, huh? And I was like, oh no.
Have you watched them all?
I found like the actual straw that broke the camel's back on it.
What movie was it?
It was oh my God, it's a movie I haven't even seen, but was recommended. Every year I do like a podcast with Fennessy and Chris Ryan and Tracy Letts over at the Big Picture. And it was one that was recommended by Tracy Letts. It was, I think, a Harrison Ford movie called Rampage that they had just remastered in 4K or whatever. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to pick that up. So I haven't even seen it. Like the one that might...
I do love Harrison Ford.
Oh my God, he's incredible. Yeah. I could even be wrong about Harrison Ford. I don't know if you want to help me out on that. I haven't seen the movie. And that one might be like, we got a lot of these, huh?
You're on a desert island. You can only pick 3
of
your DVDs or Blu-rays.
Blu-rays, thank you.
Blu-rays.
Which ones do you take?
This is... What a great question, and I'm so glad you asked it. I think Inside Llewyn Davis is going to be one of them. Like Coen Brothers movie with Oscar Isaac. Sorcerer, which is I think my favorite movie. It's a William Friedkin movie about trying to move unstable dynamite across Colombia. I actually don't know the country. El Salvador. It's sort of like these
your favorite movie.
Huh?
It's your favorite movie.
It is my favorite movie. I just can't remember the country. And what's the third one? Third one, I've got like some weird probably like a Michael Mann, like a thief, like a Michael Mann thief kind of vibe. I think those would be the three. I love that question. Thank you.
Is there a certain role that you'd love to play that might shock people?
I feel pretty lucky that I've been able to do a bunch of different stuff. Obviously, like the stuff that I'm most well known for is very much on the comedy side. And I started in like doing like indie theater in Chicago, and I feel like in that world everything sort of mixes together. You have like, I don't know, when I came to LA there was like this very much this thing of like it's either like comedy or drama, and like that's very hard for those two things to mix. And I feel like I've been pretty lucky and able to like being able to jump back and forth in between things. But I'm like a really big fan of like scumbag LA noirs, so like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I like LA noir detective stories.
Yeah.
Like centered on people who are not really good people, but you kind of cheer for them.
Yeah.
That would maybe be something.
That's interesting. I mean, speaking of your theater days, is there any like underrated skill that you felt like you learned from your theater days?
Oh, from my theater days?
Yeah.
From the theater days, I don't. Everyone, good question. I'm gonna say the one that's coming to mind was actually just from last year. I had to do like an indie movie in Vegas where I had to play like a whippet addicted, like past his prime magician.
Ooh.
And I got to like go down like 3 days early and like work with the guy. His name was Magic Nick, and Magic Nick was fucking great. And we spent like 3 days, you know.
Practicing whippets.
Whippets are like
practicing whippets.
Is that air thing?
I think in the old days you would just have the cracker and it would like blow up the balloon. But now I feel like people are doing. Kids these days are now doing out of like that Starbucks whipped cream.
Yeah, you get like a canister.
Yeah.
I haven't done whippets. I just used to work at Starbucks.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not
me
cool.
thinks the lady doth protest too much about doing whippets. I don't do these things.
But if I were to, this is how I would do it.
Yeah, I just know all of the delivery systems.
Yeah.
So I got to spend like 3 days working with Magic Nick because like script wise, it literally just said he like pulls flowers out of his sleeve. And I was like,
basic.
Is that all he does?
That's all. But I was like, I feel like there's the thing of like I've been in positions before where you show up to set and you're prepared for the thing that they ask you to do, and you are not prepared for like the thing that should lead up to that. And then you're like scrambling. And this was an indie movie, and the last thing you want is to like show up on set and then be like, oh, we got to figure. Then you're wasting their time, and they don't have a big budget or whatever. And so I just spent like 3 days working with Magic Nick on like a bunch of, we basically like worked out a magic show.
Like he shared his magic
He
tricks
did.
with you?
He didn't give me the big stuff, but he taught me a lot about misdirection. He taught me sort of like, you know, never crossing the line, all of those things. But when I got back, I could make a flower appear out of a handkerchief. I could make a coin appear out of nowhere.
Do we have a coin? Are you still good at this?
Here's the thing.
You've lost the skill.
Your touch.
I have lost my touch a little bit. We ultimately ended up like with magnets, like putting magnets in a tuxedo coat, and that's sort of what they ended up using out of like all the versions that I gave. But I am really proud of myself for this.
Were your kids obsessed?
They really liked the coin trick.
Yeah.
We went to, my son has like gotten into like this local children's theater group, and he really likes that. And one of my adult friends, I was like 3 weeks later, was telling her about how I could do this trick, and I just had a coin and like found like just like a table napkin, and I did it for her. And she was actually like, "Oh my God!" Like, and like it was. I was like, really. That was like a moment where I was like, "Oh, holy shit! I actually did it! I did it!" Yeah, that's something that I've
never been able to do a magic trick.
Crazy,
I would want to be able to do that.
When you see it happen, like when Magic Nick would throw out some of his like, "Oh, I'm just going to do this," and it comes out of here. I mean, it is like we're this close to one another, and you're looking for how he's doing it, and you still can't see it. It's pretty amazing.
I just want to get into magic so I can be called Magic Nick. It has a ring to it.
Yeah,
it's, like it's an alter ego I want to tap into.
It kind of sounds like you're also could be strip dancing.
Also,
Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Magic Nick, Jack of all trades.
A lot of people on your cast have had fun with the idea that everyone's married, and obviously there's just a lot of on-camera chemistry. Is it ever, like, I know you're all professionals, but like, how does, like, have you ever had to have a conversation with your wife, be like, all right, so there's like how much kissing, is in the script? And do married couples and actors have those types of conversations with their partners, or is it just like, hey, we're professionals and it is what it is?
I think it's a combination of both. It is like, it kind of has to be. I think it's like weird. I think it's probably easier if both people in the relationship are actors, because it's like a weird part of the job. It's like, my job today is to go to work and like pretend to have sex with another person that is not you.
I call it legal cheating.
It's
the only form that exists. That it's like, I'm sorry, babe, I got to keep a roof over our heads, so I will be simulating sex with someone else.
Yes.
But it is, as someone who has had one time an on-camera kiss for acting, it does not feel the same. It is awkward, and you're like, as a man, it's just like, you just
wasn't yours also with a man though?
But that was the same show. I had one of each. Oh. But but to that point, equally as benign.
Yeah.
In a way that was like, just in no way romantic.
In a way, it's sort of like, it's like the least sexy thing possible.
Like, it doesn't feel like you kissed the person.
No. Not at all. But there is also that very human thing of like, you have to have that we have to have and like, definitely I've always viewed it as just part of the job, but there have been moments where you just end up having to have the conversation and being like, of course, no, like, this is just a part of the job. Like, this is not anything else. I think I can imagine for spouses, and like, luckily, like, Justine and her husband Tyson and Annie, my wife and I, like, we are all close, the four of us. So like, when somebody talks about like how Justine and I have really good chemistry, I don't think Annie's like, what the fuck's going on? But I do remember, I can't remember who said this, but they had like an amazing quote about performing sex scenes, which is like, I would so much rather perform a sex scene than a death scene, or no, perform a death scene than a sex scene, because nobody knows what it's like to die, but everybody kind of knows like what it's like to have sex. So it's like, if you like are not doing it the right way, people are going to be like, what the fuck? That's gross and weird. Is that what you think this is like? Those are those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, be sexy, like,
be sexy. It's like, and some people are going to be like, well, I know how to do that, and you're not doing it right. But if you're dying, it's everybody in the audience, unless they're dead, it's going to be like, well, shit, I've never done that before. Maybe that's what that's like.
I guess he's dead.
Yeah.
Does your wife watch the show? Nobody wants this?
She does, and my kids too. It's like one of the first things that I've done that my kids have like been able to see. Like, most everything else that I've done has been like really sweary, or just like not straight up, not for kids.
Yeah.
We like watch it as a family. My kids really like it. They were like, we shoot in LA and all on the east side, and I live on the east side. There were like days like they got to come to set a couple times because it was like on the way home from school.
Is there ever a world in which, I know there's like scenes, I mean, I know it was season 1, but the bat mitzvah, like when there's a lot of kids extras, like, would your kids ever kind of do that, or would they be like, this is weird, I don't want to?
I think that they would. I actually kind of think that they would want to.
Yeah.
There is a little part of me that like doesn't want them on a set as a kid.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, eventually it's going to be like, the last thing like a 13 or 14-year-old needs is for someone to go get water for them.
Totally.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to
have him be a PA.
Honestly,
water for someone
might
else.
Be the thing. Like, oh, you want to
have him stand by a trash can and lock up? Yeah.
You want to kill the romance of this real quick? I'm gonna have you be a PA, and I'll gladly help them do that.
Do they think it's cool that you're on a show, or do they really like understand?
I think they are starting to, and I think they do think it's cool, although they might be like, they're 13. I think they'd be a little loath to admit that right now.
Totally.
Like your dad's verifiably fucking cool. Like, maybe don't fucking yell at me. But they do think it. I think they do think it's cool. I also I think it's like fun for them that their friends have seen it. Like I think there is like I think they dig that. But no, I'm not and my son has been doing all of this like children's theater, and I say as like a children's theater group, but like the play that they did was about CBG, or the musical that they did was about CBGBs in like 1978. My son played cool. Andy Warhol. There, it's for kids like fifth grade to seniors.
Nice.
And there were like fifth graders like walking around with like fake whiskey glasses and fake stage cigarettes, like like the Ramones were in it.
Nobody does it like LA.
Nobody does it like fucking LA.
Yeah.
My wife worked backstage for the show, and we have this picture of one of the kids like who's nervous about going on and was holding one of those fake cigarettes, and this is like a fucking sixth grader and was like pacing back and forth, like running their lines. This is why I don't want them on a set. They're going to be exposed to shit that they shouldn't be exposed to.
That's crazy. It's like, your dad probably smokes. For sure. Like, you've seen this before.
Yeah.
Okay, a fun question. A fuck, marry, kill.
I'll be the judge of that.
I think you'll love it.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. A Maine lobster.
Okay.
Lobster roll.
Okay.
Maine foliage.
Oh, this is a good question already.
Or being from Maine your entire personality.
For those of you who don't.
He is from Maine.
He is from Maine.
I am from Maine. It'd be funny if you were just
out of nowhere.
He's from Virginia, but we just want to ask him questions.
About Maine.
So fuck, marry, kill, foliage, lobster roll.
Or just making it your entire personality.
Maine your personality.
I'm going to kill making Maine your whole personality.
It's a good one to go.
Although I feel like that does not mean that I'm not proud of the fact that I'm from there.
Obviously
I think
not.
we just need to, it can't be your whole deal.
For sure.
That's kill.
Yep. Who are you fucking and who are you marrying?
I'm going to fuck a lobster roll and I'm going to marry the foliage.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So romantic, honestly.
Yeah.
Also practical.
And it's and
it
here's
makes
the thing,
sense.
like lobster rolls are delicious. Like I love them.
Yeah.
But
They're
like-
very sexual also.
And you could fuck it if you really wanted
And
to.
if you really wanted to. But there is like, they're not something that you really want to have all the time. It's like a twice a year special occasion.
Totally.
It's rich.
Totally.
It's rich.
It's
a lot
rich.
of butter.
Yeah.
There's a really good place in Portland called the High Roller that we go because we go back every year to visit my family. So anyway, shout out to High Roller if you
Portland,
guys are in
Maine.
Portland, Maine.
Oh,
For
I
those of
was
you who
definitely
don't-
like, this doesn't
going to
correlate to Maine, but okay, Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Portland, Maine. Okay. So you go back there all the time and get a lobster roll?
Yeah, we go back once a year to see my family because my whole family's still out there. So like,
Okay.
we go and kind of like, we'll like try to get a little cabin on a lake or whatever. And the whole family kind of
Nice.
comes in and runs around. The kids go out in the woods.
Is that a
and all
direct flight from LA?
Oh, God, no. No, we fly into Boston and drive up. My wife is a terrible flyer too, so we could connect, but that is like, she's not good at it, so we're not doing it.
I don't like it. Yeah, I'm with her on that. It being in the beginning of November, have y'all decorated for Christmas yet?
We do decorate for Christmas, but we haven't done it yet. We just do all the fun stuff about Christmas and not the like going to church and believing in God part of it.
Of course.
Yeah, the pagan stuff.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
we haven't. We just we have taken the Halloween decorations down.
Nice.
Do you decorate for Thanksgiving? Are you those people?
There are some fall.
There's a
some
corn
fall
husk.
stuff.
For
Yeah.
sure. The corn husk.
A cornucopia. The horn of plenty.
There's some fall leaves
Yeah.
somewhere.
You put up that kind of stuff. But
Imported from Maine?
Nally hired
my mom, I swear to God,
No.
my mom every once in a while sends me fall leaves in the mail.
That is
Can you
actually
believe that? Isn't that?
That's why you're
That's
gonna
really
marry him.
cute.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to marry him.
sweet.
Yeah.
Nally
Natalie,
hired I don't know
What'd I do?
if it's about you or me or both. Nally hired a company to decorate our house with Christmas lights before Halloween.
On the outside of the house.
Wait, you've already put them up?
Oh my God. Before Halloween came, I was like, I am a Halloween hater. And so we're getting a start on Christmas. And I was like, we have a group message for our neighborhood, texted the group message. They like to send when there's a solicitor going around. They're a little grumpy old ladies. And I responded with like, so sorry, I've already ruined the Halloween vibe, but like my Christmas lights are up. Hope you all enjoy.
Are they
like,
turned on?
They do go
4
on.
p.m. to midnight.
They're on a timer.
Wreaths with red bows. We're in it.
It looks
Christmas
nice.
trees
I am
are
a
up
little
in the
embarrassed.
windows.
Oh, I'm not. I would never argue for a moment that it would look nice. Can we just have one moment?
We can have a moment.
Just one moment.
We can.
How are you feeling about that?
It's a little much.
It's a little bit.
I don't know if I should feel emasculated that she.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like.
You thought I would ask you to climb on top of it.
Never.
That wouldn't have gotten done until 6 years from now.
I have definitely been asked to go up and hang them, and I like finally did on like December 23rd, and then they stayed up till April.
Yeah, exactly.
So last year we did hire the person.
It's you know what?
Just I hired. I mean, being a relatively first-time homeowner over the past few years, it was like I forgot that it was even a thing to decorate my
outside
house
of your
for
house.
Christmas. Like we watched all the Christmas Clark Griswolds growing up, and then I was like, wait, no. I'm not going to do that.
It adds a special, like, magicalness.
Then I realized I was kind of the humbug, you know?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily humbug. Again, we're going to have a little quick moment.
Yeah.
And this is not,
No,
okay. Look, I'm very happy that you're happy.
Thank you.
Just seems a touch early. It seems a touch early.
You know, Natalie got us going and putting our Christmas tree up on November 1st. And
what? Wait, the Christmas tree is up?
Oh, yeah.
You did it before November.
I was going to say, mine's
this
up
year
too
we
on
did.
this weekend.
Yeah. And honestly, I kind of like it.
I mean, I love a Christmas tree.
It's a nice
Will
vibe.
it survive?
It's fake.
They're fake.
Oh, it's a fake one.
Yeah.
We have more
I
than
can't
one,
do real.
too.
Okay.
Because I can't do real because I can't get them.
It's not going to survive 3
in
months.
October. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, look, this is incredible. What am I judging? I collect Blu-rays.
Thank you.
I
what?
There is I am not judging. I think it's incredible. We also do have the Christmas tree upstairs, and then like in the TV room we have a littler one.
Yeah.
It brings a nice vibe.
Trees.
It brings a nice
Did
vibe.
y'all do Elf on the Shelf for your kids? Did y'all have that?
No, I think only because we were trying to survive.
Yeah. You're like, we don't have time to pull the toilet paper out and make it look like this elf
It's like,
did
we're doing
it.
elaborate pranks. No, we're trying to keep like 2 actual fucking babies.
Yeah.
Oh, we're breathing till the end of the day. Nobody had a free hand to do the
that
toilet
elf.
paper.
Yeah, that's valid.
Well, thanks for coming back, Tim.
Guys, this has been so fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Other than Nobody Wants Us, which is streaming now on Netflix, season 2. Check it out if you haven't. If you've been living under a rock, I feel like everyone is watching it. Anything else you want to plug, promote, tell the people?
I would say, like, Walshy and I are still doing the podcast. It's called Second in Command. We invite people on, and they choose a movie that has a president or a vice president in it. And then we sort of examine the internal and external politics of the movie, like trying to figure out, like, was it representative of its time? Would this person have...
now, does it have to be a movie, or would you also do Scandal?
Usually it's better with movies only because it's like a tall order. It's a tall order just to watch all these movies.
Have you done Clear and Present
Danger
yet? Have you done Clear and Present Danger yet?
We have done Clear and Present Danger. We're actually doing one later today for My Date with the President's Daughter.
Yes.
Have you got
DCOM original?
Yeah, I know about that one. Yeah.
Yep.
This is, I mean, I am definitely feeling like a generation gap when I mention this movie.
Yes.
Like, this is like, it has gotten a lot of that reaction from people younger than me, and people my age are like, I truly don't know what the fuck that is.
Have you done Dave?
We have done Dave. There was a big discussion about how Sigourney Weaver seeing him naked, like, is Kevin Kline's penis noticeably different when he's in the shower scene? Do you know about Dave?
Dave is a movie about a guy who looks like the president. The president dies while having sex with someone, having an affair, and then they insert him, like, you know, for all the conspiracy theorists out there that is, you know, popping up these days. It's a lighthearted, fun conspiracy theory movie.
Yeah. And so Kevin Kline is both playing the president who dies and then plays the guy, Dave, who then comes in to pretend he's the president. And Sigourney Weaver walks in on him taking a shower.
She's the first lady.
And there's this whole scene and everybody's like, does his dick look exactly the same? Like, wouldn't she know? And then you have to have the conversation like they're estranged. Maybe they haven't had sex in a long time.
But
honestly, like,
maybe her eyes are always closed.
Maybe. But just like, are there like what are the differences in the pubes and body hair situation?
That's a great
And
point.
if you look identical in the face, Is the penis also?
Is the penis itself? What if he's not circumcised and the president was? Like, there are a lot of... Anyway, this is the kind of stuff that we
These
talk
are
about
really
on the
important
podcast.
political discussions to have.
Yeah. Pretty much like dick-based discussions.
Second in command.
Second in command.
Wherever you get podcasts. Great.
Are there a lot of vice president movies?
There are some. We've seen like a lot of times it's like, all right, if we put a president in here, nobody would buy it, but somebody would buy that a vice president would be there. You know, and it's like a way of like raising stakes without raising them too high. We watched a lot of president movies.
A lot of Gerard Butler.
Yeah, we did all of the.
Olympus Has Fallen, or that was called Olympus.
Olympus Has Fallen. Jason Mantzoukas came on and was like, "I'm doing all 3 of them," so we had to like power watch all 3 of them in like 2 days. I'm a Jerry Butler. I'm a Jerry Butler guy.
Me too.
Den of Thieves.
Oh my god.
We went to the horse tracks with him. Not with him, but we were in the same group.
We were in the same group.
Up at Santa Anita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was actually very fun. And he looks very similar to...
He looks like a...
Jake Gyllenhaal. No.
No.
Zach Galifianakis.
It was like, is that did Zach Galifianakis have a glow up, and is he really like oddly sexy in real life, or is that Gerard Butler?
It was like he was wearing glasses, and I'm like, I don't know.
That was the conversation we had. We're like, wait, is
Gerard Butler on one, or does Zach Galifianakis look amazing?
Truly, it was like always good to see you, buddy.
Guys, this is awesome.
Thank you
for
so
having me.
much.
All right, that'll do it for today's episode. Thank you to all our guests, Joe from Love is Blind, Myles Smith, and also Timothy Simons. We appreciate them all, and we appreciate you joining and listening to the show. Be sure to subscribe, tell all your friends, all that fun stuff. Don't forget to check out the Going Deeper episode of Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan that came out yesterday, as well as our interviews with Allie and Anton from Love is Blind and Shannon Bador on Tuesday's episode of Reality Recap. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.